What you laughing at? What's so funny, man? Go ahead and say it in the first 30 seconds.
Well, you know, I could get away with that because it's a phrase that.
No, you cannot get away with that.
You don't think so? There's no
you
the
can't
censors
get away with
wouldn't. The censors aren't picking that up, are they?
Nigga, it's a position of the nature of I can't say what.
So it's a coital position. All right. Well, yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe
But
later we'll get into see, I almost said it.
maybe later we'll get into. I'm gonna start looking up synonyms
For collapsed positioning.
Hold on. Later we'll get into slumped puppy.
No, I don't like the emphasis of puppy in a position like this.
Slumped doggo.
Slump dog.
Slumped canine. Crumpled canine. I'm crying. That's it. Crumpled canine is just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Almost forgot y'all were there. Yeah.
Welcome to enjoy this whole time, you know.
Another episode, man. 109. 109 of them things, man.
That's a lot.
It is. For sure is.
A lot of crumpled doggos.
A lot of crumpled canine. There was a couple pods that we put some of them topics in. Crumpled canine. All right, man. Where we starting today, man?
I don't know. Did you post the agenda?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't post it, but no, I did send it. Hold on, let me get that in the chat.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. Still not reading it. So where you want to start at?
What would be the easiest thing for us to start on? What do you think? I'm trying to think. I'm group all the media up together.
This is a lot of. Definitely put the Port-A-Potty and the Dookie Kaka playing in one.
Yeah, no. In the original formatting, it was already done that way.
I mean, we might as well just start from top to bottom. It's this Burning Man fiasco because I have no idea what the fuck this is.
So Burning Man is a week-long gathering in the Black Rock
Desert. I know
Desert
what Burning Man is.
In Persian. Oh, okay. So a Burning Man is a man who seems to be engulfed in flames.
Not that kind.
Oh,
not the torturous Burning Man.
So basically, there was a. Yeah. So basically, right. So Burning Man happened this past week or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the exact dates of it, right? But long story short, it ended a bit tumultuously because apparently there was a lot of chaos, right? So what happened on
Firefest?
No, not quite. But there was it's basically the festival is a week long, right? And then on Wednesday, again, I don't know if it started Monday, whatever, but on Wednesday, they were trapped in there for days, right? Because basically what happened was there was heavy rainfall, which in a desert that's very arid causes really like damn near like quicksand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Flooding and muddy conditions. Niggas was getting trench foot in that hole, basically.
Oh, niggas getting the World War II diseases. Okay.
Yeah. And so there was a bunch of shit happening there, right? That's just the long and short of it. But what was happening was that there was a summer storm there, right? Which obviously they don't get much. But it was torrential rains that closed roads, jammed traffic, and some people had to walk miles barefoot because they literally couldn't get their shoes out of
hell no.
The gunk. There was a bunch of abandoned vehicles, abandoned rugs, furniture, tents, trash, all of that. But wait, it gets even worse because there was something called three-eyed dinosaur shrimp waking up after the burning
What?
and washout. So they're called triops and fairy shrimp. They're small crustaceans that can survive years lying dormant in drought
They've
conditions.
been there since dinosaur times?
I don't know why they're called dinosaur shrimp. I think it's just
Oh,
because they're
okay. So they ain't really
triops.
been there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So basically, they live in the ground in eggs until weather conditions such as floods bring them to the surface. So they're relatives of the oldest living creatures, and they have two main eyes and a pit organ that looks like a third eye that enables them to detect changes in light and infrared waves. So anyway, fairy shrimp resurfaced to join the mud party, and they are otherwise known as sea monkeys. Ooh. But yeah, so long story short, that's really all it was. It was just heavy flooding, and there was mad 70,000 people out there. There were all types of conspiracy theories and wild ass rumors.
You brought up the shrimp. I thought something like crazy was gonna happen. Like the shrimp started burrowing to people's feet and started eating them from the inside out.
Well, no, I mean, mind you, people were getting trench foot, but like that's just because of the
You
actual
know,
conditions.
muddy water conditions. Yeah.
Yeah. But what was cooking niggas was that there were all these rumors that I was seeing online about wild shit. There was all types of diseases going around and shit like that. There was rumors of an Ebola outbreak, which ended up being capped, from what I know.
How
And
would just random diseases just start popping up because of rain?
well, you gotta understand, all this gets propagated on Twitter, and then you know they just keep going.
Facts.
Um, but let's see. You already know. Of course, there were a couple bad faith actors who had to get their little ones off.
What
Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz. All of them talked about
what
this
could they
shit.
possibly be like? What are they trying to get off in this situation?
Oh well, some of them are saying it's an act of God, and come on now, you
Oh
knew where they
my
were.
god.
Yeah, you know where they're
Rain.
headed with that. Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. So yeah, so that's really mostly what it was. Yeah, yeah. So it was just pretty
Some
nutty.
dinosaur shrimp. Some niggas got trench foot. The
One
diseases
person
out there.
died, I believe.
It's a music festival. Niggas was fucking. They was spreading around STDs.
Yeah. There were some notable attendees. They had that one of those Nestle lawyers that won a
Oh
case for about child labor overseas. I was gonna say the S word, but I figured they would cook me for that.
yeah, definitely.
Slavery. Um,
That's how you want to go for it.
hey man, y'all know what it is. Say it like you French. Slavery. Slavery. Anyway, that was really it, I guess. But there was a whole bunch of people out there. Chris Rock, Diplo, a whole bunch of, just I'm about to say, yeah, he just brought it up. Chris Rock, Diplo, like a real shithead convention. So I
I wouldn't expect
think
Chris
Elon
Rock
Musk
to
was
be
there
the
too.
type of nigga at Burning Man. Burning Man gives me like 80s rock vibes.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is just
I mean, obviously
bullshit, and
times have changed, so yeah.
they're happy to be and just involved in the bullshit, really. But yeah, I don't know what
Wait,
Burning Man used to
what?
be. I don't know. I think there was
Chris
some new
Rock,
case that
who allegedly
emerged with
had,
him.
huh?
Yeah, some old allegations. Because don't get me wrong, Chris Rock got spotted with Diplo, and just from the virtue of Diplo's allegations, old allegations are resurfaced. It's just like,
Oh, okay, yeah. Just being in proximity to a
yeah,
list individual is gonna put the headlights on you.
yeah. So, um,
Hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Don't be around them type of niggas. I
yeah.
mean, also don't be the type of nigga to get allegations. But if
Hmm.
you're gonna be the type of niggas to get allegations, don't surround yourself with other niggas with allegations so
Oh,
niggas
come
start looking into you.
on, come on. Then what's the point, huh? I'm,
Uh,
s-
I'm not gonna answer that.
I'm sorry. I mean, but that's how they move. Let's be real here.
Come
Like
on, what's the
when they,
point?
yeah, they move like that, bro. Come on, I gotta be around like-minded people.
They gotta be, yeah, they gotta start trading stories.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. You're right. You win. You win. What else? What we got next on the agenda? We got football. We got a long.
Well, from one abuser to another.
Oh, who was the second one?
Oh, it's your backup quarterback.
Oh yeah. I was just like, where's it going? Dude? I was looking at the docket like, One Piece? Not Luffy. Ain't no way. But yeah, so we had our fantasy football draft. You know what I mean? Like, let us know.
Yeah, very interesting way of announcing who you were drafting.
Yeah, no. So there was a point in our draft. I forgot what round it was. I had already.
Because this is the backup phase. Everybody was getting backups.
Yeah, it was pretty long. Excuse me. It was pretty deep. Whoa. Okay.
Excuse me.
That didn't help. Forget it. Just forget it. You guys win. He was my 12th pick. So yeah, I got the round 12 in my draft, right? And I needed a backup quarterback because I got Justin Fields. And I needed a backup. And so I was looking around for backups, and I was like, I don't know who's here. And then I saw the guy who plays for the Cleveland Browns, and I said, "Come on out here, you." I don't win it. But yeah, no, it doesn't feel great. You know, I just felt like 12th round to steal. How could I not?
I mean, all of us are kind of relying on this man, unfortunately.
In one way or another, yeah. You got Amari Cooper? Yeah,
I got Amari Cooper and Njoku.
Oh yeah.
And then in Reeves Otherly, he got Amari Cooper. So,
yeah, I mean that's the way the world works, man. But so we had our drafts. There was some. I mean, I'm not gonna read off my team. I will say,
because I'm proud of most of my team.
I was gonna say, I mean, I will say this is the best team I feel like I've had in years. But I wasn't
also
gonna
think this is the best team I had in years.
I was gonna be humble, but fuck it, let's not do that.
I wish you could go back and look at previous years so I can see like who I did draft.
Yeah, like who your drafted team was. Yeah. Because I can remember a few people here and there, but like after like the first 3 or 4, I'm like, yeah, I don't remember who else.
Yeah. So let's hear your team. How you got this super team?
So quarterback, of course, we got Justin Fields. Right. Wide receiver 1, I got Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay, yeah, you got to be Jared Goff about to be slinging him that thing this season.
All right, man. Wide receiver 2, I got Calvin Ridley, and I can't believe Calvin Ridley slid down the board for as long as he did.
And I gotta tell you, man, I don't know what my luck is in fantasy, but this is the 3rd year in a row that I've been in the bottom 5. 2nd year in a row, and I was in the bottom 3. Last season, I was 9. This season, I'm 8. I was not able to get a single nigga that I wanted. Everything that I have is either a backup option or I can't believe this nigga lasted as long. Let me scoop him up.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Right, so Calvin Ridley, wide receiver 2, RB1, Austin Eckler. RB2, get ready for this one. Josh Jacobs. I know, guys. I know. How could they let that happen? No clue.
How could they?
Tight end, I got Pat Freiermuth. And my flex is possibly a few options. I got Slant Boy on my bench.
Little slanty man.
Little slant man. You gonna run your little slant, your little hitch?
It's not his fault. The coach is always gotta run his slants.
Which is also funny because it's like, stop me from doing that. What the fuck? Like, dog, if I'm just running slants and you just getting chewed up by it, like, what does that tell you? Like, clearly the way I'm running this shit is different. Niggas can't fuck with it.
I don't even know why he takes being called slant man as an insult, because obviously he's good at it. Because they were
calling him Slant Boy, 1, and 2. Realistically, think about it. If you were a wide receiver, right, who runs a variety of routes, because that's just how being a wide receiver works, and niggas pretty much just said, nah, all you can do is run this one route. You're not even that good. You're just good at this one route. I mean, even if you know it's bullshit, if you know like they're bullshitting, right? Like, because you're just like, bro, I had a season with like 160, 170 receptions. You can't convince me I ran slants for 170 receptions. Like, you can't convince me.
Even if I did, I'm just so good. Y'all knew it was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Bro, even if I did, that's like 11 slants a game. And that's just catches. That's just catches. Think about it. That's just catches. Like, that's not including targets. Like, he might have been targeted 15 times and only caught 11. So it's like, that's 15 slants. Like, be for real. If I'm running 15 slants a game and y'all still can't stop me, yeah, I got it.
Also, check the coach for drug abuse if he running 15 slants.
Yeah, no, not checking for drug abuse, brother. Take him out back. Take him out back, yo. Like,
put him down.
Call the GM. Like, if you ever want to see a coach again, come meet me in the parking lot.
Bring him slants.
Bring your playbook. I'm gonna show you something. So my flexes is Drake London, Michael Pittman Jr., Michael Thomas, and or Javonte Williams. So I got a deep bench. I like my bench too, honestly. Like,
yeah,
I think my starting lineup is good, but I feel like my bench has me ready for like the whole year.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when I'm drafting, sometimes I'll draft based off of a player's previous seasons, which never really works out because niggas never do what they do the season before.
Yeah.
So just off of that, I saw Drake London. I was like, nah, because he didn't do shit last season. But also, that's not his fault. Atlanta as a whole didn't do shit. So anybody on Atlanta, I was automatically turned off of.
Yeah, they had Mariano. I mean, I think for me, the reason why I looked at it was when and Lord, it's Ritter, right? Desmond Ritter, that's the nigga in Atlanta. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's not because him and Sam Howell I always get mixed up, and I think are they both North Carolina niggas? Is that why? I don't know. I don't remember. Either way, Desmond Ritter is the quarterback, and they were saying he had a good rapport with Drake London, and once he got in, like the last 3 games of the season, Drake London was cooking up. So it's one of the ones where it's like
Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown situation,
or just any one of those like where a quarterback is locked in with a receiver. Like whether that translates to wins, I don't give a shit. Whether that translates to, you know what I mean, but it's going to translate to targets at the very least or chemistry. Like y'all understand each other. So, but yeah, man, it ought to be an interesting season, man.
Yeah.
So go ahead, tell the world your team.
Got Trevor Lawrence at QB. That nigga's definitely gonna be slinging that shit.
You got Sara Jay.
Yo! We got the long-haired lass himself.
You got Sara Jay at quarterback. It's killing me.
I got AJ Brown, wide receiver 1. That's a good pick. It wasn't my first choice, but that's definitely a good pick.
Who was your wide receiver 1? I'm sorry. What was it? Say it again.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. Okay, yeah, no, it's a solid pick though. Would you pick him? You picked him 8th, 9th? Or you picked him on the back end, like 12th or 13th, whatever that is.
No, it definitely wasn't that late. I think I did 2 RB1s. I mean, 2 RBs and then 2 wide receivers.
I can see it. Hold on, I can see it. Let me look at it. No, you went Derrick Henry, then AJ Brown. Got you.
Okay, yeah. So I knew it was early. AJ Brown, wide receiver 1. T. Higgins, wide receiver 2. Derrick Henry, running back 1. Damian Pierce, RB2. Njoku for my tight end. And Amari Cooper for my flex. I think this is a solid team.
It is. It's a solid team.
And then on the bench, I got DeAndre Swift. He's supposed to be the RB1 in Philadelphia, right? Since Miles Sanders got traded.
Yeah, I think with them though, there's just too many. There's so many options that they're kind of just looking at it like, dog, we don't know who's going to get the ball in any given week.
That's why I didn't pick this nigga until this is basically a gimme. This is free, pretty much. This is a potential RB1 that's a flex on the bench. I got Christian Kirk. He's gonna be wide receiver 2 for Jacksonville. That's a good flex. Calvin Ridley, I was gonna get the ball more, but I'd expect this nigga because he was cooking up last season.
Yeah.
And it was him and
Kirk?
Yeah. It was him and Zay Jones going back and back last season. I'm assuming now it's gonna be Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk. I got I got Zeke. I was meaning. That's why I got Zeke. I was meaning.
Yeah, should be a little something.
Tua for my backup quarterback. Hopefully he don't get too many concussions.
Mm-hmm.
I got Odell and I got Dalton Knox. Dawson Knox.
Having a backup tight end is crazy, especially right now.
Well,
But I hear you.
the bye week for my tight end is week 5.
Okay, he not
So
playing no games. I don't think you got a hold on this long. To be real with you, I think Nick, because
I,
Noah Gray's still sitting here, and he's a starting tight. He's going to be the starting tight end allegedly for the Chiefs.
well, I didn't draft him. I drafted somebody else. And it was just such a wait. Noah Gray is gonna be he's gonna be starting this week, but once Travis Kelce comes back, he's not gonna be doing anything.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. I know that.
But yeah, that's my team. I think it's probably one of the better teams I drafted, but somehow I got an F for the
Oh
draft
yeah,
score.
I don't even be worried about them draft grades. Them shits just be it be based on like ADP and like just where you pick the player. So it's like, oh, if they feel like you reached, then it was bad.
Yeah,
And
literally.
it's yeah. That just be it. Like I don't even trip over that shit.
I think it said my greatest player like value was Christian Kirk. And like I have Amari Cooper, T. Higgins, and AJ Brown, and Christian Kirk was the greatest value, huh?
Yeah, because it probably was just saying, oh, you picked Christian Kirk at a time when he's usually off the
Already
board by
being
then, so you
yeah.
got him late. Yeah, like oh, okay, thanks. Like it told me mine was Calvin Ridley, which I figured that, but I'm like, bro, getting Austin Eckler and Josh Jacobs, you don't think that counts? And
Yeah, I
Saint
don't
Row?
even know how you got both of them.
I really don't either.
Niggas
Somebody
is on some
slid.
weird shit.
I think it was oh boy, who was it? Because I drafted Eckler first.
I
And
wouldn't
then
be
Josh
surprised if
Jacobs was
that's
still
what
there at
shit.
16.
You still got the list in front of you to see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he was literally 16.
Yeah, I took Josh Jacobs at 16, like, and I'm just like, now granted, I can't be mad at the backs that went before him. I mean, it is what it is. Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Saquon, Tony Pollard. Now, Bijan Robinson is probably going to be wild for Atlanta too, but I don't know.
It's like I said, it's just anything in Atlanta I'm looking at sideways.
Yeah, but he's going to be the lead back. They drafted a running back with a top 10 pick. Like, brother, he's finna get every touch in the world.
Cordell Patterson was the lead back for like the last 2 seasons. That nigga
Yeah,
wasn't doing shit.
they'll do that shit. They'll figure that out somewhere, somehow. But yeah, so we'll see what happens tonight. First game, see what happens. Got some bets in too. I can't wait to win some money tonight, yo.
Oh yeah,
Ooh-wee.
I've been waiting on this. Mm.
Let me see. You gotta eat the W, like Jameis. You gotta eat the W. You gotta eat the W. And
Damn,
speaking
I
of,
wish I had people playing this tonight. Oh wait, I got
speaking,
my kicker playing. Okay.
oh, you got Harrison Butker.
Yeah, you know.
Gotcha. But speaking of eating the W, Coach Prime, Colorado, and them boys got their dub against the the national championship runner-up last year. I feel like saying the defending runner-up is like insulting a little bit.
That's kind of disrespectful,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's kind of disrespectful. Like, not you the defending runner-up. I was the second best nigga last year. Oh, okay, Grandpa. But I watched that game. I was tuning in here and there, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, late third quarters when I tuned in. I'm like, oh, these niggas going back and forth. Wasn't a lick of defense played.
Oh, that was just gun show. Just
It
saying.
was just slanging. Like I'm slanging birds, pitching them right across the plate.
What was the
I
score?
think 45, 42, something like that.
Sheesh. Was
Let me
literally
see. Yeah,
short.
45, 42. Mm-hmm. And Shador Sanders, which is obviously Deion's son, threw for 510 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
Good God.
And to put it in
Holy shit!
perspective, that was a school record for Colorado. No quarterback's ever thrown for as many yards. I think Cordell Stewart, who was the quarterback for the Steelers back in the day, was the only other nigga who even came close. Colorado was a 20-point underdog. What else? What else? Travis Hunter caught a touchdown pass and had an interception in the same game.
Wait,
Um.
damn. Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with this nigga, but this dude Travis Hunter, he plays defense and offense.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, that's the nigga. That's the
Yeah, that's the
meme
guy.
when the dude said, "As a nigga that used to play flag football and used to play both defense and offense, I
Yeah,
understand."
yeah,
All right, bro, you got it.
yeah, yeah. And listen, I don't know if he can do this the whole season, and maybe better yet, I don't know if he should do this the whole season. But we'll see. We'll see. I think it'd be interesting to see like the adjustments in terms of like during a game, like if you seem to need him on one side of the ball more, like instead of 50-50, do we just lean a little bit towards defense, lean a little bit towards offense? Like, I don't know. I'd be interested to see how that goes.
That's definitely an interesting position to be in.
Oh yeah. It's strange. Like it's the Iron Man shit, and it's crazy because in high school it was expected, but at the collegiate level, I mean, pretty much nobody truthfully does this like at a high
Can't
level.
think of the last name that I've heard of, somebody doing this. Honestly,
There's been a few, but I can't. Yeah, like I said, they're not coming to mind. Yeah, the top two-way players of the last 30 years. I'm seeing names on here that are fucking old. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, Champ Bailey. Yeah, that makes sense. Charles Woodson. Shaq Thompson. That was 2012, 2014.
Jesus.
Nick Vigil. He was somewhat recent. He got drafted 2016. Miles Jack. That was the guy I remember. 2015. Jabril Peppers. 2016. Adoree Jackson.
I recognize that name.
Yeah, he's on he was on the Titans. I don't know if he's still on there. But he played cornerback, wide receiver, and return kicks. He had 50 tackles, 3 receiving touchdowns, and 2 return touchdowns. And then the next season, he had 2 receiving touchdowns, 2 punt returns, and an interception return for a touchdown. Golly. But yeah, so Colorado won. What else was there? In terms of college games, it's week 1, so none of the games really matter yet. But Florida
That's still a big
State,
win.
it's a huge one. It's a huge one. Like this TCU team is not the TCU team of last year, but like it's still a huge win. Regardless, I don't care. I wouldn't care nothing about that. That don't mean nothing to me. This team was 1-11 last year.
Yeesh.
Like to go from 1-11 to beating a team that was a runner-up last year, like yeah, okay, cool. Think about it. Really think about that. I was 1-11 last year, one of the worst teams in the country.
That
You
nigga
were a
already
national runner-up last year.
They
One
already
of the
got their
second.
dividends back on all the shit they paid him.
Mm-hmm. And you know them games finna be sold out. Like that's the thing. Even if he don't necessarily fully produce, the returns you're gonna get just from niggas coming to the games and celebs and all this other shit, dog. This is gonna be more hype than Colorado ever deserved in their life. Like
Even if they don't win another game and they go 1-11 again, just off the fact that the first game they beat the runners up, it's gonna be butts in seats for the rest of the season.
Yup, it's gonna be ass and seat. Anytime they see somebody with a number next to their name, they showing up. Speaking of showing up, the Florida State boys cooked LSU primetime television. Put them boys in crumpled canine. Florida State play LSU, we collapsed, dog.
I was about to say we can probably say it by now.
We almost had 30 minutes in. Yeah. They put them boys in collapse, dog. He was licking their back. That nigga is insane, yo.
No, that's literally a sick Negro.
Like, why? How could you see a football game and think
I mean, it's the same thing as niggas saying they got their backs blown out, but this is this is like
wild,
3
descriptive.
degrees worse.
It's just like, bro, why are you giving me
their back split?
With the back leg part is what he's
Yeah,
sending me, yo.
it.
Oh man. Woo. But anywho, did you see this BS High doc about
No,
Bishop Sycamore?
no, I didn't.
One thing I will say is you're a horror fan. You really will enjoy this.
A documentary about a high school?
Football, high school football team. And I
What's
put
what's
quotes around
horrifying
the
about
high
it?
school. You said what?
I said, what's horrifying about it?
So basically, there was this high school team, right, named Bishop Sycamore, right, and they played a bunch of games, and they were like basically they fashioned themselves as a prep academy, right? And so they went to a schedule maker, their head coach, black guy named Roy Johnson, who is a literal supervillain. And you'll see, like throughout the whole doc, you'll see, like from the moment he walks in, you can tell he's crazy, but like as it goes on, you can see like just the depths of his depravity, no limits. But basically, it's a coach of a football team. He goes to a schedule maker, pretty much asks the guy to make him an insanely hard high school schedule so he can get these kids some airtime and get them some good film. And so the guy follows his orders and makes him a very hard schedule. And the documentary proceeds to show pretty much one, how this guy's whole scam started, two, what it meant on the field, and then three, like what it meant off the field, like for the kids, for everyone involved, for the families. And I ain't gonna hold you. There were scenes where I feel like if you don't really understand football, like you might not get why some of that shit is so bad. But like having played football, it is. I was watching, and at certain points, I was just like, dog, like it's beyond like, yo, you're crazy, like, yo, this nigga shot out. Like at a certain point, it's just like, yo, it's like you're really sick, bro. Like something's really wrong with you.
Behavior.
Yeah, like, bro, you are a miscreant. Like, like something is wrong with you, yo. Like you're not okay. Like you're not okay. Like, oh man, like I was just like, yeah, nah, you are nuts. But yeah, no. So and there was one quote he had during it, right? There was a few quotes. I will tell you just three, and then you gotta watch the rest. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. But one quote, he was like, well, see, here's the problem. Like, I'm three things. He's like, I'm insecure, I'm an extremist, and I'm resourceful. And he said, and that together is the worst possible combination.
I'm glad you fucking know. Why are you so happy about this?
Because he's insane. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. So that was one quote, and then the other one I gotta look it up because I want to make sure I get it. I want to make sure I get it fully. I love how when I type it in, it comes up with his name at the end of it. But there's one point where he basically says, "Oh man, please let me get the exact words." Okay, when they probed him about his scheme at one point, right? And as to why he kept the scheme going when it appeared that he should probably stop and put an end to it, he said, and I quote, "I'm Magneto. These are my mutants, and I'm fighting for them."
Yo, this is a sick Negro.
All right, that was two. The third one, I don't know. Well, the third one was the minute he walked in the room. He said, "Do I look cool? Do I look like a con artist?" And he's like, "Cause I took body language classes, so like I could sit how you want me to sit, how you want me to sit."
Oh no, this nigga.
Like, yeah, no. As soon as he walks in, that's what he says. So it's like that from the rip, you already know. Oh, okay, you one of them.
that is flowing from this nigga.
But dog, like one thing I'll say, keep your eyes out for the Goose story, and keep your eyes out for what they did to that homeless man. Oh Lord.
There's a homeless man involved in this.
Yeah, there is. It's his basket. But yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it. If y'all haven't seen it, you don't have to fully understand football to get it. I promise you. The only thing I was talking about is like when they start talking about football specific things, like which they don't do a lot of, but like they were talking about sort of like the
I'm assuming he was doing
schedules.
wild shit to the players. Yeah.
Yeah, like because at a certain point they talked about the schedules, like the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, like that's type of shit. Like if you don't get it, then you might not understand why it's so devious. But it's just like dog, like you had kids out there, you had an offensive coordinator who built plays off of Madden. Like again, if you don't know football, that might not sound crazy to you because you're like, well, Madden's a football game, right? But if you know football, like brother, please tell me you are not picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook and just going, all right, let's run this.
For high schoolers.
Halfback trap. Come on. Come on. So from one bullshit story to yet another bullshit story. This one was so fucked up. So fucked up. Just money wise, all right. Nothing bad happened beyond that, but it's the money part is bad enough. So there's a D tackle named Jervon Dexter Sr.
Okay.
And he was a D tackle for Florida, the college, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got drafted in the second round I think it said second round previously, but it just says Bears rookie now. So I don't, maybe he wasn't a second rounder, but he got drafted to the Bears, and he is currently suing a company called Big League Advance Fund for a violation of Florida's NIL and agency statutes, right? So NIL is a name and likeness, which a lot of people are using to basically get money, right? So long story short, he signed an NIL deal with Big League Advance Fund in 2022. The terms at the time, or at least this is what Jervon understood, was that he would get $436,000, right? Now, this is the part where it gets a bit murky because Big League Advance Fund said, "Now we'll give you $430,000, brother. That'll be you'll be good until you get to the league. And in exchange, all we want are 15% of your pre-tax NFL earnings for 25 years."
Oh, what? What? What?
If you want to take a second to look it over, like no, go ahead, be my guest. But that's first off.
What? Nigga.
First off, I don't know the law perfectly. This has to be illegal. Even if it's not literally illegal, it has to be, bro. We have to make this illegal. This
saw
has
that
to be made
story
illegal.
about Michael O'Hare in the Blinds. I was like, we don't even need a movie. We'll just rake a nigga over the coals right now.
Mm-hmm. And he'll take it. You know why? Because $430,000 right now sounds like all the money in the world.
But
because right now he is who he is.
Hide that from him, right? There's no way you said what he was aware of, so he obviously didn't know about this.
Yeah, no, he probably had no idea.
Did he have an agent like reading over his contract to know what he was signing?
It appears he did not.
No, this got to be illegal. We got to do something. There's got to be like a law against like predatory. Like this is crazy.
This is insane. Like super predatory. Like this is you a super predator. You them niggas Hillary was talking about.
Indeed.
Like this is this is super sick. Like this is the ultra fleece, the mega fleece, the uber fleece.
Dream of.
Yeah, this is again. I think if he just signed an absolutely oppressive deal, and there's no illegality, I don't know what a court can do unless they can somehow find a way to say that this is not allowed by NIL standards or something. I don't know. I have no clue. I hope for his sake and for really future athletes' sake as well that he wins this case.
Yeah.
Because this is nuts. This is nuts. Like, yes, people need to look over their contracts. Duh. Well, yeah, we all know.
But this is obscene. Like a lot of niggas have predatory deals, but this is obscenely predatory. This is
15% of pre-tax NFL earnings for 25 years. I can't even play that long.
Yeah, that was my first thought. I'm gonna be in the league for like if I never get hurt my entire career, maybe what 13 years?
Yeah, maybe 15 if you were Iron Man.
Yeah.
like,
So you want
and
pre-tax 50% of my money for longer than I'm being in the league for? How does that even work when I'm out of the league? Is the contract null and void, or are you gonna sue me for not holding up the contract?
I don't know. Listen, he signed a 4-year, $6.7 million deal. That was his rookie deal, right? I'm just going to do the math on that.
Oh man, it's finna just give me. This is finna raise my blood pressure.
15% of that is about $1 million. So they made their money back
And that's
immediately.
pre-tax. That's
Pre-tax.
pre-tax.
Yep, pre-tax.
He's not even getting after taxes. He's getting yeah. There's no fucking way in hell.
Now, a representative named Chip LaMarca, I don't know their
A name like that, I don't trust it.
affiliations. Oh, he's a Republican. Look at that.
Oh, that's
But
crazy. Yeah, okay.
he proposed the initial legislation in 2020 that allowed Florida athletes to profit off a name, image, and likeness. He described this deal as a predatory loan, which is exactly what it is.
Okay, a Republican looking out. That's rare. It's rare.
Basically, the deals are supposed to be that an athlete could participate in the free market, and when they graduate, whether they go on to play professionally or not, any future contracts are null and void. In other words, we didn't want someone having access to someone's future without them having proper guidance and proper representation. So there is a provision in the bill that says the duration of a contract for representation of an intercollegiate athlete or compensation for the use of an athlete's name, image, or likeness may not extend beyond her or his participation in an athletic program so it's cooked. So it's cooked at a post-secondary educational institution. So the moment he graduates, it's cooked.
Why would they even try this? Did they not know the laws? Well, I mean, I guess how much money is he set to make before he graduates? Or
Bro, remember they give it.
No, so
Yeah. So the whole point. Well, oh shit! I just thought about it. They should be cooked then. So he just got a free bag. Let's go. He got a free bag. That's what's up. Yeah, my nigga Jervon. See, look, sometimes you sign a bad deal because it'll be a free bag.
No,
y'all gotta.
that's terrible advice. Don't listen to this.
Y'all gotta think. Sometimes when you know they doing something illegal, you go with it anyway. Take that free bag and then cook them on the back end, nigga.
That nigga did not know they was doing something illegal. He was just desperate for a bag.
I know.
We here do not provide legal or financial advice. Disclaimer.
Now, what they says is there are 2 terms included in this agreement that he allegedly signed, right? An initial term that finishes once his college eligibility expired, which is what they just described, and an extended term that commenced when he left college, which I would still think it's violated. I don't see how that works out.
Yeah.
Pre-tax and remuneration paid to during an extended term of this institution shall include any wages, salary, bonuses, payments made to player by reason of player's participation in any playoff game, all-star game, championship event, or other conversation. Damn, them niggas wanted everything. In a questionnaire that was part of the agreement, Dexter initialed a section where he was asked if he agreed to give 15% of his future professional football earnings. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see what it is. So that's nuts.
Oh, he didn't get a free bag.
Any disputes under the terms of this deal, any disputes are to be settled by binding arbitration. Oh, these niggas are sick. I think they were just I think that's what they were playing this for. Its roster of former players include football players Nolan Smith, Miles Murphy, Corey Foreman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna. Hell, even Tommy Tuberville and Joe Manchin weren't jacking shit like this. You know how bad, you know how wrong you gotta be, bro, for some of the sickest niggas in
Tuberville, one of the worst niggas in human history.
One of the worst football turned political niggas that there is. And he's like, yo, whoa, y'all need to start like registering as like agents with the Federal Trade Commission or something, son. This is disgusting. So we'll see. We'll see how that suit turns out. But this is why y'all signed that deal, bro. I mean, don't sign that deal.
Nigga, I was going to say, please get it right.
I'm sorry.
We know how many prospecting NFL to us, so
Yeah,
we
there's
want to give
got to
you
be a
guys the
ton.
correct advice. You know,
Got to be a ton. So in other news, Chandler Jones of the Raiders is not he's not trying to play for the Raiders again.
huh. Wonder why. Wonder why.
Yeah, he sent out some pretty strong messages. He was let's see, let's read what he said.
Oh, that nigga was mad. He was big mad.
He said, okay, and I quote, "Fuck it. I don't want to play for the Raiders if that's my head coach or GM. I want Patrick
Oh,
Graham, Ivy League, nigga." Don't know what that last part means. Then
niggas
they won't even
supposed to be
let me in
Ivy
the
League
building
school.
though. They won't even let me in the building though. Trying to provoke a nigga. Like when Big Chan gets sick, yo, when he get mad, yo, man. And they had direct contact to my BM, and we ain't been together for 5 years. Some lady
No,
reporting to her.
that's
Yeah, nah,
crazy.
hold on. It gets worse. Some lady reporting to her about how I was at work when I don't even talk to her about work or anything. Like, how y'all know my BM? Y'all trying to provoke me.
Who is this? Sounds like who was it? Herb Meyer. A couple years ago, that was trying to get niggas signed in by getting strippers to get pregnant. This is
That
like the
was,
inverse of that. You getting somebody to talk to this nigga BM behind his back.
but no, it gets worse because what I've seen. Here's what I'm make sure I get this right. Chandler Jones. Wait, no, that just disappeared. Chandler Jones said, "This is what he said. These were his words. 3 hours ago."
Yeah, 3 hours ago. We had hard hitting news on the
Mm-hmm.
ground, on the main streets.
He said that the Raiders sent a member of a crisis response team to his home. And he showed a picture of a badge belonging to a member of the Vegas crisis response team. And he wrote, "Raiders sent her to my place, said, you need to come with us. You're in danger. They had me outside of my drawers, LOL. That lady was rude. Then I got to showing her some of them texts, and then she switched up. Buddy from the
Ooh.
Raiders tried to give me the look like, don't say nothing. Now I understand why players turn to social media. At first, I frowned upon it, but it's our only outlet. If I didn't do this, it would have been kept under wraps. Anybody interview them and ask why I'm not on the team or not with the team? Because I don't know." So apparently, he missed a handful of practices late in training camp for undisclosed reason, and he posted a screenshot of an alleged text exchange with the coach in which he was saying, "I won't share anything else if the Raiders let him play in the season opener." And he said, "Y'all see how Buddy talked to me like I'm an item? Look at my text and look at his." He posted a video of himself running reps in a joint practice, all that shit. And he basically said that McDaniel said he was not gonna discuss it. He ain't gonna talk about it, but this ain't looking good. Show ain't looking good.
I'm always standing with the players. Fuck these coaches and GMs and these owners.
Uh,
Nah, it's players be shitheads too, but 7 out of 10 times the niggas in charge are pulling shit like this. Like, look at JT and the owner for
mm-hmm,
the Colts. These niggas be doing shady shit.
mm-hmm.
It's like you always gonna believe the victim. Sometimes the niggas might lie, but I'm gonna still stand with them. So I'm gonna stand with the players.
Yeah. Hey, look. Now, again, I think apparently niggas are saying Chandler Jones had a previous incident not some time ago, and I'm like,
What was the previous incident?
it was like a mental health incident.
Oh, so this makes it easier for them to paint the picture. This nigga needs crisis intervention when
Right.
he
Yeah, they're just like,
previously
oh
had a
no,
yeah.
he's just wild, he's just crazy. Ooh, ah.
You
So
know what
I
makes
don't
it
know.
even crazier when players like this situation is bad because it seems like a team is taking advantage of a player. So you can tell when a team is really trying to fuck up a player based off of when a team is actually trying to help a player. Like, look at the whole situation with AB and Tom Brady and the Bucks. This is like a complete inverse of that situation.
I mean, and think about it. Think about it. I know it's been under different GMs and different coaches, but really think about it. This team traded away Khalil Mack, right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Then they traded away Amari Cooper for like some fruit snacks at the time, right? Then they bring in Gruden, they bring in Mike Mayock. Mike Mayock barely even lasts, and then he gets fired first. Gruden, well, we know what happened with that dumbass nigga.
Yeah.
And then, mind you, during that whole tenure, they end up doing Derek Carr kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, then the Josh Jacobs shit recently. Then there's the AB shit when Gruden was there. Like, there's just too
It's
many.
a pattern of behavior.
Then there's Henry Ruggs. Then there's the other guy who was on the Raiders. Who what was the cornerback? I can't remember his name. This was a few years ago.
What did they do with Ruggs? Because obviously recently all the things that Ruggs have done have clouded my memory of his career.
Well, no, I don't think they did anything with Ruggs, but it's just like it just starts to speak to your culture and your organization as a whole when it's just like if a guy's not getting arrested, then he's being mistreated. If a guy's not being arrested and mistreated, he's being, you know what I mean? You're sending a crisis response team to it. Like there's always something. Yeah. Whether it's we can't sign a deal or whether you just love to draft niggas who end up getting, you know what I mean, booked. Like there's something. There's always something with this team. And so at a certain point, I'm sorry, I can't just say this is luck. This isn't just a coinky-dink. At a certain point, I have to say, nigga, you niggas are doing something wrong because this was happening before Gruden and Mayock. Then it got worse. Then they left, and it's still happening. Like
definitely the back office or the owner, like somebody in power is making these decisions.
Yeah. Like Dave Ziegler is the GM. So Josh McDaniels is their coach. Now Josh McDaniels is a former New England guy. I tell people all the time, those fucking New England guys stink. They're only good with fucking Bill.
Because
they're carried. None of those niggas are good. None of them. Like very fucking few of them. When I mean very few, there might be a nigga or two.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh McDaniels backpackington, like this shit is weird. So it's like something going on over there in Raider Nation. 0 days without nonsense.
Continuously.
So that's our football segment, guys. Enough sporty Ballington. Where you want to go from here? Yeah, I tried to keep it brief. Where you want to go from here?
Football is kind of entertainment, so we can go to entertainment.
You want to open it up with the One Piece talks?
Yeah. So you watched One Piece live action, right?
No, not yet.
All right, good night, everybody. It's been a great pod. I'm gonna call it here. I'm about to Clockwork Orange this nigga.
Why? Just because I told you to talk about some shit I don't know nothing about?
No. Clockwork Orange. I'm about to strap you down to a chair and get the little. I don't know what they're called. Have you seen Clockwork Orange where like they force his eyeballs open and force him to watch some shit for like reprogram his brain? What are they called? Spectacle? No, they're not called spectacles. Either way,
the goggles.
Either way, I'm gonna tape your eyeballs open, and you're gonna watch the entire One Piece live action in one go. No potty breaks, no eating, nothing.
Imagine taping somebody's eyeballs open and making them watch a Miles Gaskin Low Lights.
Come on, dog. You trying to make somebody commit unalive? Somebody commit harakiri? I'm glad you said Miles Gaskin Low Lights because how many highlights are there?
He's got some. He cooks every other game.
No, I know he has some, but it's not like it might be more lowlights than highlights.
Well, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, especially when he was playing with old Brian Flores.
Yeah, but anyway, back to One Piece live action.
Mm-hmm.
As far as live action remakes of anime go, this is This is up there as one of the best. I know it's a low bar because most live action versions of anime usually suck, but this is actually good. It has its flaws, but I'd say it's a solid 8.5 out of 10. Um, as a whole, but adaptation wise, this is like a 9 in my book. Um, they didn't just completely one-to-one remake the anime. They couldn't because they had time constraints. Obviously, you can't turn 50 episodes into 8 episodes without removes or stuff. But I feel like the stuff they removed was good. It seems like they knew what to remove, but still keep the story flowing and keep it intact. Uh, the show was entertaining. The CGI was amazing. Like the CGI was my biggest worry because usually CGI is ass, but this shit had better CGI than like the last 17 Marvel movies.
It's nasty, and it's also a
Yeah,
low bar.
I mean it's a low bar, but it shouldn't be because these
Yeah,
movies cost hundreds of millions to make, so it shouldn't be a low bar, but
that you are right.
it is. Like Reef was saying, the first time that Luffy uses his stretchy powers and punches a nigga in the face, it looks great. All the CGI in this movie looks great.
Does it
Wow.
make the Mario sound of like does it make the springs?
No, it doesn't make a spring sound. It's like a snap.
mm,
Like you fling a rubber band and like snaps your finger.
mm.
It's like a baseball hitting a leather catcher's mitt. It's like that.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
my one main complaint with this series is it's just too dark. Like even in the daytime, it's dark. And I've seen this before with other series that are like have a lot of CGI, and I've seen it in sometimes in anime that have like a lot of animation, a lot of CGI. For some reason, it's just dark. It affects the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's my main complaint. It's just super dark for some reason.
Yeah. All right. All right. Shit.
But
Oh, shit.
you need to watch it because it was good enough to get Reef into One Piece.
I told you One
And
Piece is interesting to me. It just that shit just has a hundred and
I
ninety
think
six
it's great.
thousand episodes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said this is just a good introduction to get into it. Just you can watch it and it's no strings attached. You don't feel like you got to watch 1,000 episodes because it seems like it's a contained story that has more. Like it feels like there's another season coming, but at the same time, it concludes this season perfectly. Like where it leaves off after Luffy beats Arlong and he gets his first bounty, and then it goes around to all the people that the Straw has visited throughout the first season, and they all get to look at Luffy and his bounty, and it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the casting in this shit is amazing. Luffy, that nigga is Luffy in real life. Um, Shanks is great. Usopp is great. Nami's perfect. That's literally Nami. Zoro, the actor that plays Zoro, looks exactly like that nigga. The only thing I'll say is it seems like they tried to make Zoro a little bit too serious. Like, I know he's a serious swordsman and everything, but in the anime and the manga, he still has his comedic moments. It just seems like they lean a little bit too much into the edginess. He almost came off as like Sasuke almost.
Gotcha,
Um,
gotcha.
Towards the later few episodes, he does lighten up and start cracking a few jokes, but um, other looks wise, that nigga basically is Zoro. I like Garp too.
The nigga's name
Garp
is
is really
Garp.
good. That's Luffy's grandfather. His name is Monkey D. Garp, and
That's
they had a
crazy.
pretty good casting for him. Um, Goldie Roger, even though he's only in like one scene, that cast was perfect. That nigga looked just like him. So yeah, overall, it was good. It was really good. I binged it. Like I couldn't stop watching. I watched 3 episodes. No, I watched 3 episodes, and then the day after that, I watched 5 episodes and finished it.
I watched 70 episodes and finished it.
If you continue to watch 70 episodes of One Piece, then you might be able to catch up. But
Some character didn't ask, and I can't watch any more than I am.
you're not watching any.
Damn.
So I'm gonna get the Clockwork Orange chair, right? I'm gonna get the mandibles.
It'll never
I don't
work.
know what they're called.
The little forceps things. I know what you're talking about. The things that hold their eyes open.
Yeah, I don't think they're called forceps either, but I don't. Yeah. Um, eye holder opening.
A wire speculum.
That's probably it.
Let's see, wire speculum. What's wire? Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm looking it up now too. Yeah.
Yeah, wire speculum.
Oh, look at that. We learned something new.
Mm-hmm.
We like Sesame Street for degenerates.
Pretty much. So what else we got? Where we gonna go from there? We're gonna go from there. We're still on media. So
Do we have more media?
oh, we do. If we counting video game adjacent shit as media, and we
Okay,
got the
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes joint. So we could
Oh,
do let's do that fat tubby white guy losing his mind over pronouns.
the way you put that is hilarious.
Like he's not just
I
fat.
think
He's not just tubby. He's fat tubby white guy.
I know you see the video because I didn't put Fat Tubby in.
I know you didn't.
I
I
know
did
you
see the
see
video.
Oh man, but it's just it holds up true every single time this type of thing happens. The right Trump supporters, whatever you want to call them, dumb niggas over there, they're always calling niggas on the left snowflakes. Niggas be triggered, but this nigga made it 30 seconds into a video game and had a 5-minute public meltdown. I say public like he did in the public. No, it's worse than that. He recorded this video, thought he edited it, and thought, yeah, they're gonna fuck with this one, and posted it online. How I just this has to be a mental illness because even if you are quote unquote anti-woke and you're against the woke mind virus, even if you don't believe in the whole gender thing and you're transphobic and homophobic, even if you take all these things into account, granted you're a piece of shit, but how does it possibly make you this angry? Like this nigga went on a tirade. He was literally screaming at the
Yeah,
top of
he
his
was
lungs.
furious.
Like his face was red. He was so angry. Hold on, I want to look up the dude's name just so I can tell y'all what to go look for because I want y'all to look up his YouTube so you can see the actual. Never look at the YouTube. Don't give him no views. Just look up the name and then look at other people reacting to the clips. I gotta see what his name was. Do you
Yeah, I
have an
don't
idea
see
what
it.
his name was?
No, I see Asmongold and a couple other niggas are like responding to him.
Okay, look at the response. Did they say his name in the response?
They will. Heel versus babyface. He's already got over 300 and yeah, that's an insane title. But he's already got 340,000 subs anyway, so
Yeah, so he's already big. Oh, okay, yeah, that's his name. Yeah, I see him. So yeah, how does like of all the things, I'm not even gonna say that I can understand, but vibe with me for a second, walk with me. I could understand if somebody was homophobic or transphobic based off of religious beliefs. Now, like I said, I can't understand it, but if somebody was this angry over their religious beliefs, then I get it. But pronouns have nothing to do with homosexuality. It has nothing to do with being
yeah, I
trans.
know. We know.
So
Niggas are just stupid.
how angry? Like, how does this make you so angry?
Because you have to understand, this anger I'm directing isn't at pronouns. It's at the people who the pronouns describe. Truth be
Oh,
told,
so
like
you just hate
that's
them niggas. You just
yes,
hate them niggas.
absolutely. And every time this happens, I'm reminded that they exist. That's really what this is about. Like this has nothing to do because, like you said,
That has to be what it is.
the
That
pronoun
has.
part is very simple. Ooh, pronoun. Just him. Just fucking put he him. Like that's your whole thing. Just put he him. And we don't have to really pretend like this is anything worse than what it is. That's what you agreed to. That's what you signed up for. Just put he him on there. But instead, no, I'm gonna go stupid. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go ape shit. I'm gonna beat my chest. I'm gonna make ooh ooh ah ah sounds. I'm gonna do anything and everything, but just literally use the pronouns I use in everyday life because you use them. People
Yeah,
are calling
you
you
talk
he and
about that
him
nigga.
all the time.
Yeah, he wants you to do something, or
Yeah,
she.
I was talking to Chris and he was saying that like dog.
It's
I was
not
talking
hard.
to the NPC and the NPC and he said, "How do you know the NPC he? You just gave him the he. So just give yourself the he. Give yourself to him. Not give yourself the he. That should sound hilarious. That's what Michael Jackson is telling himself. Give yourself the he. Give yourself the he, bro.
Hey,
Two of
Michael
them, matter of
Jackson
fact.
created pronouns.
He did. Look. See, this is a nigga who know his music history.
Hey, Michael Jackson said he first. No nigga in history said that before him.
Like the little comical he like that didn't even exist until Off the Wall.
Niggas started saying tee after Michael Jackson.
Because they had to freak it. Like the T was for Thriller.
Hey, what's even worse? Well, I mean, I won't say it's worse because it's the same shit. But another gamer, what is his name? Doctor Disrespect.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
that
This
nigga.
one,
I just want to say this
right.
nigga has become increasingly more a shit. I feel like he's almost leaning into the right wing grift.
No, he's not. Almost, he is. These niggas know what they're doing.
Well, I can't say because I don't watch these niggas, so I don't know like how far they've gone. But I used to go from these niggas not saying anything about politics or giving a fuck about niggas being gay or none of that. They haven't said shit about none of this until the last few years. And Dr. Disrespect is only, and who's the other nigga, Nick Merckx, that had the whole meltdown about niggas talking about kids being gay in school. These niggas just recently started. Well, I'm assuming Nick Merckx, the way that nigga's talking, he probably always had these views. But Dr. Disrespect specifically, that nigga don't be saying shit. So the fact that he's just now coming out with it, they're definitely leaning towards this right wing grift, and they understand that who their audience is mostly these niggas, probably niggas from 4chan, probably you know the demographic. And so of course he's gonna play Starfield and say, keep politics out of video games. First thing, even before you say what do politics have to do, I mean, not what do pronouns have to do with politics. This nigga made a career off of Call of Duty. The entire franchise is
Yeah,
political.
I was like, dog, do not get me started on the people who work for Activision Blizzard. Don't even fucking start. Like,
Nigga, the people, obviously now you can go into some wild shit with the people that work for the game studio. But I'm talking about the games themselves. The nigga who made his career off of this game, off of Call of Duty, a game about war. War is nothing but politics. Saying
dog,
keep politics out of games.
dog, listen, Activision Blizzard's chief administration officer currently is a former Army captain, consultant for McKinsey, and until 2018 was the
Ooh.
chief operating officer for the CIA.
Now I know people used to say that Call of Duty was propaganda before, but this is, in my eyes, proof, 100% factual evidence. Cause what the fuck? Why is a nigga leaving the military and becoming the CEO of a video game company?
Listen, Francis Townsend was Activision Blizzard's chief compliance officer and executive vice president up until September of 2022. You want to know what Francis Townsend did? Spent her life. I didn't know that was a woman, but she previously served as head of intelligence for the Coast Guard, Secretary of State. Oh, and as Condoleezza Rice's counterterrorism deputy, and she was appointed to an intelligence advisory board in 2004. She worked
Man,
closely with Bush and Rice, and was one of the faces of the administration's war on terror.
no, keep
Like,
politics out of video games, bro. I'm sick of this pronoun shit. Now, why do they have so many black people in space? Like, what these niggas doing in space?
put it like this: in 2010, right? 2010, mind you, 13 years before the political wars, right?
Before the woke mind virus.
The woke mind virus, right? The Call of Duty, right? Its producers approached the Department of Defense for help on a game set in 2075, and the Department of Defense liaison, quote, expressed concern.
Wait. You said 2075, not 2025?
The game was supposed to be set in 2075, like the setting for the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So the DoD liaisons expressed concern that the scenario being considered involves future war with China, and as a result,
Oh man.
Activision Blizzard began, quote, looking at other possible conflicts to design the game around. In the end, due in part to military objections, the game was permanently banned.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy, man.
Oh, that's but keep the politics out of the game,
Yeah,
please.
keep the politics
I
out.
beg
It's
of you.
definitely pronouns are definitely destroying your children, not the military propaganda in the games they play. No, for sure.
I
Yeah.
can't stand the politics in the games, man.
That's
Especially
why
the
I
games
hate
that
these niggas so much. That's why this shit raises my blood pressure. It makes me so angry because these niggas just be saying shit. Like there's nothing I hate more than a liar and a nigga that knows they're lying but don't give a fuck. That shit pisses me off so much. Like I was watching
wow,
it
that's
was
crazy.
a Republican from Kentucky talking
Oh, I saw that
and he
about
said
the
that it's
fent.
cheaper
Yeah.
to get a fentanyl tablet sent to your house than it is to get a
Listen,
pizza.
yeah, okay,
These
listen.
niggas just be fucking saying shit.
Yeah, niggas are just making up words.
Fentanyl tablet?
Yeah,
Niggas doing
okay,
they doing fucking
okay.
ecstasy tablets now.
Don't say that whole word again, please.
Oh, YouTube don't like it.
I imagine YouTube hates that fucking word. Like
Listen, niggas getting fent tablets sent to their house and they putting it on their tongue and
he
letting
said,
it dissolve
Fenty
like
tablets.
ecstasy.
Niggas
Like,
is on them Fenty tablets.
yeah, the Fenty tablets, yo, coming soon. Now, my question is for the gentleman that said this dumb shit. He said it's cheaper to get Fenty tablets sent to your house than it is cheaper to get a pizza.
Or it's easier or something like that. It was just like, is it, nigga? Damn.
Yeah. Also, have you seen all these videos of police passing out from contact high from Fenty?
Yeah, dog. If that's
And
really
so
how
niggas
this
getting whole tablets to their house,
yeah,
and
bro,
they
that's
just
how this work. The mailman passing out, the dog in the yard passing out.
the
Nobody
niggas
makes
that are in the irradiated radius of the mailbox where it got
bro, fuck
dropped
all
off.
that. The niggas in the mailroom would have got smoked. They wouldn't even left the station. They wouldn't
It's
even
like
left.
anthrax getting mailed, yo. The nigga, anybody that touched it is they going down.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
so
is
that's the part
nasty.
that killed me. Like, where I'm just like, bro, listen. There's more about, mind you. I got more on this Activision Blizzard shit. I got a whole article open that I've never read, and this is kind of insane.
Let's go cook these niggas.
So Grant Dixon, not Dixon. He was the Activision Blizzard's chief legal officer as of 2021 in June, right? He served as associate counsel to President Bush, advising him on the administration's legal activities such as the T word and the rapid expansion of the surveillance state. You know what the T word is, right? What you were describing with the Clockwork Orange. Yeah, okay, great.
That's why I didn't say it out loud because I got it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. But then he later went on to work for Boeing, rising to become its general counsel. So look at this. Like dog. Like you have Brett Wallen, who used to be a U.S. Army counterintelligence agent and chief of staff, and then Angela Alvarez, who until 2016 was an Army chemical operations specialist. And so it's so weird that they have so many former state government officials working for Activision Blizzard. Why would that be?
No, this is actually
Surely it's not because your biggest game is a inherently political game, no?
We need to start looking at the EA too. What the fuck Battlefield got going on?
Not to mention the other thing is, dog, did we forget the first mission in Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Or Modern Warfare 2, sorry. Remember the drone strike? The first mission?
Desert? Yeah. They was in the desert, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what is it possible that drone strike recreated a real event?
That's kind of dark.
That happened in 2020 against Iranian General Qasem Soleimani? I don't know. Nah, that's probably not what happened. But this is the thing that kills me.
I didn't even think about that. This is so these niggas, not only are they putting out propaganda, these niggas came to come up with new stories. They're not inventive. They're just recreating shit that already,
and then blaming someone else.
Put these niggas under the fucking jail.
Perfect example. I think I forgot which Call of Duty it was, but there was one that had a mission where like there's this long road that you gotta like evacuate from, and you gotta basically defend this road, and all that. In the game, it made it seem like I think this is Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2,
the original Modern Warfare 2. Or I don't know, one of the
No,
two.
in the new one, there was a long stretch of roads you had to run
Okay,
down.
so it was
You had
that
to,
one.
like,
So it
jump
was
from
that
car
one.
to car. Yeah.
But so what they were saying was in the game, I think the Russians ended up destroying that whole thing. In real life, this was a real road. Niggas really died on this road, except we carpet bombed the road.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's I
Yeah.
heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so again, please, with all due disrespect, get the fuck away from me. And the part that kills me though is that I hate how people scream so often about how video games are this, video games the woke virus and that. I'm like, dog, do y'all understand that these video games are insanely centrist? They try their absolute hardest to never truly give you any political content. It's
Nigga,
insane how,
it's
like,
all about money. Like when people call
no,
it Disney
exactly,
woke,
exactly.
people call it Disney woke. No, they're not woke. They just know that if they continue to hate gay people and be homophobic, they'll lose out on the money market.
Yeah. And so they're gonna play it insanely straight down the line.
Yeah.
Right? They're not about to
They'll have one
deviate.
gay Disney princess and they'll be ambiguous about it out of
Yep.
every 7
Yep.
niggas that are insanely
Yeah.
heterosexual.
I mean, and you see this with so many games. Like literally the Ubisoft CEO, I looked it up, right? There was a quote where he pretty much said, I want all my games to be politically impartial. That was his quote. I want these games to be politically impartial. Now think about the games Ubisoft makes.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like that nigga had to make that statement because all of their shit is Tom Clancy. Pretty much, it's all war and
They're not all
spyware.
Tom Clancy, Assassin's Creed,
Yeah,
Far Cries. It's a lot of games that are supposed to be Watch Dogs. You get what I'm saying? Come on now.
yeah,
All
it's
these games,
crazy. A hacker society in a
The Division,
come on, man.
like dog, all
Just
inherently political
ignorant.
games that are going to be what? Politically ambiguous. Right? Because that's what niggas do. So that's the part that kills me, where it's like these people will scream and shout and act like they're putting politics in every game. Brother, they are fighting the hardest that they can to leave politics out of every fucking game. Dog, literally somebody was talking about like Red Dead Redemption 2, and they were like, bro, those gangs from back during that time in America were very political. They were
Oh
very
yeah,
political. Like some of the historic gangs in the game were Democrats. Like some of the other family were, and mind you, these old Democrats, so you know, flip the joint.
yeah.
But my whole thing was just like all of that shit was political. It was inherently political. Think about a perfect example in Division, right? In a game like the Division, you don't actually see any sort of political messaging, do you?
You just see the bad guys. You go and shoot up the bad guys.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of spray paint everywhere, like, oh, the world's falling apart, or oh, they corruption, government corrupt. It's all general statements about bad government, but it's no specific political praxis at all, is it? There's a reason for that. In a game that's inherently political, a game set after a virus, and then there's a president that comes. The Division 2, the first mission, is you are on the lawn of the White House, taking back the White House from an invasion. How is this not political?
They never said who the invasion is from. It's
Right,
just
exactly. And they never say what team he's on.
nigga. Yeah.
So that's my whole point. These games are, and all these games are political, but they're not. That's the crazy part. They're not. I think somebody mentioned Disco Elysium or whatever. I don't know nothing about that, so I couldn't tell you whatever that game was. But apparently that game was pretty political. But it's just like, dog. And the only games that can get actually into the politics, guess what? Mass Effect, Final Fantasy, a bunch of games with with sci-fi shit.
Far away land.
Yeah, far away universe where
exactly.
right. So come
But at
on,
the same
bro.
time, they still relate themes back to us, and these stupid motherfuckers still say, "Oh my god, why did they put politics into this?" Nigga,
Because
it's
the
not
game,
politics. Them niggas are enslaved. You just don't want to think about niggas being
not to
enslaved.
mention, if I'm building a world, then there has to be elements that I put into the game of the world. And let's be real here.
I can't just put all positive elements into a game. That wouldn't. There's no conflict. Why would this be fun?
Not just that. Think about how often these losers who are belly aching about this insert their politics into everything.
Oh yeah.
So think about that, brother. Like, what? How? Explain to me how I build a whole world with no politics when look around you, this entire world is political. It's goofy. It's goofy, and all of it is code for just stop putting in that shit that I don't want to see. That's all it ever really is, right? It's just different versions and variations of I don't want to see that shit. I hate those people. I don't like this. I don't like that. But that's it. That's all it ever be.
Yeah. That's what really pissed me off because niggas won't say shit with their chest. Just
Yeah.
fucking say it and get it over with. Y'all are trying to get too many pieces of the pie. You already have a dedicated audience that you dog whistle and that you cater to. But you don't want to turn off the niggas. They're like, he's kind of problematic sometimes, but I used to grow up with him, so I really like him. Fuck them niggas. Just say it with your chest and stop pussyfooting around because obviously you want to say something. Nigga, take a hard stance. We take a hard stance every week. I'm constantly saying I hate you niggas.
I cannot stress enough how much I do not like you niggas.
Like I can't understand being fake in an industry, like whether it's music, movies, video games. I'm not gonna break bread with a nigga who politically we don't mix. And this ain't no like Democrat Republican thing because there's plenty of Republicans that I know that we can be amicable, but there's some niggas whose views are
or I'm not rocking with. Listen,
yeah.
it's some Democrats I wouldn't want to sit and break bread with. I'm gonna be real with you. Like it ain't like this. Like you said, it's not a political thing. Like it's just my standards, my values, and morals.
Yeah. So you niggas saying keep pronouns or keep politics out of gaming, you are my op.
Yeah. The moment you say that,
and it's not even because I particularly care about pronouns. I don't give a shit. I will call somebody whatever they want to be called. I don't understand why it's a big deal, but the fact that you make it a big deal
shows me the type of person you are. I know what type of guy you are.
No, I'm pointing at you. I know I'm looking at you, nigga. I see you.
So that's just the part that kills me. Like all this shit's inherently political, and like you said, it's just when it suits you, we cannot do that. Like literally, wait, do you remember when they had Battlefield 5, right? And they mentioned that they were gonna have like you can get female soldiers in a game. Do you remember that was a thing?
Oh, this is politically incorrect. You can't have female soldiers in World War II. Fuck you niggas, yo. I can't stand y'all, bro. They do everything. The whole argument for Ariel the mermaid. There can't be a black mermaid at the bottom of the ocean. She had no melanin. Dog.
Listen, like remember you remember Spec Ops: The Line?
Yeah. Oh,
a game that was stunningly political, right? The writer of the game was asked by the game's publisher to avoid all references to the Middle East. Mind you, an inherently political game.
In a whole sandy desert.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So
they were in New Vegas doing that to American citizens. Now that's my canon.
So while working on Neverwinter Nights 2, the writer was asked by the game's license holder not to make a character bisexual. Right?
What's Neverwinter Nights?
Neverwinter. That little purple nigga?
This doesn't have connection to what you said with Spec Ops. This is just another example.
No, it's just more examples of how.
Okay, yeah. Go
when
ahead.
Y'all cry and scream and shout about how political these games are, I need y'all to understand they're trying their best not to be political. Like they're trying their hardest to play both sides. And the fact that y'all are on one side and both sides isn't good enough for you. Like think about it. I'm the person who I know what you're doing. I don't care as long as it's good. I really don't. I know what you're doing. I see you, but I don't really give a fuck. Y'all, on the other hand, are so angry at niggas who are just daring to toe the line. Like you are mad at niggas who are daring to try to make everyone happy because they're providing a product that they want you to enjoy. And you can't even appreciate that. Like you can't even appreciate the fact that they are toning their own game down because of bitch ass niggas like you, and it's still not enough. That's so sad to me. Like that's so sad to me.
Niggas want.
Oh, I know what they want. I know exactly what they want.
Niggas want Gears of War. That's it. Just a bunch of giant muscle-bound meathead niggas running around chainsawing aliens. Not political because it's niggas from another planet. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Even Gears of War is political because the locusts are people that were mutated from working with emotion underground. The lower classes still being fucked over. Everything is political, bro.
Yeah, wasn't there the coalition of ordered governments too? Wasn't that what COG
Talk
stands
about
for?
it. That's the cog. Talk about it. The cog standing together against the locust, which the government created the locust unintentionally. It wasn't like they did it on purpose, but still, the lower class was forced to work with this new material emotion underground. Niggas mutated and over years turned into locusts.
Well, the
So
funniest thing, yeah, they said COG was straight up fascist. They were saying
yeah,
like, notice how
talk
most of the
about
characters that you care about, right? As soon as the locusts were defeated, they
it.
ditched the COG.
Retired. Yeah.
As soon as, because think about it, when there's
Nigga,
somebody
the
else
whole
attacking all
reason
of us,
Marcus was in jail in the first game is because he went against the orders of his commanding officers.
yeah. So literally, think about it. These niggas don't agree with nothing that these guys stand for. But listen, when the locusts come, I guess we all
We
got to
got to
click
band
up.
together.
We
It's the
all on
greater
teams.
enemy.
The
Yeah.
moment the locusts are finished, all right, get the fuck up.
Literally, bro.
Literally, get the fuck up out of here, little nigga.
Keep politics out of games, though. Even your favorite meathead game that y'all think has nothing to do with politics, it's just killing niggas that look different with chainsaws, is political. I'm trying to think of a game that's like a shooter, like a FPS or a third-person shooter. Any game? Can you think of any game that's not political?
I would have to look at first-person shooters by year. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, I guess you could say Halo's not political. That's like mankind just trying to survive, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, but see, and that's where I also have an issue because I think once you really get into the definition of political, there are politics. They just don't resemble ours.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's
greater
politics,
politics.
but it's just like it's not shit you care about because why would you? But
It's
like,
bigger than the issue we got now because niggas are trying to straight up survive.
yeah, but don't wrong. Think about it. Any game where there's a race of people that they disrespect, that's politics. That's political. Now
Yeah,
that's not politics how we see it, but is that not how politics work? If there's a race in the game that people like, again, most RPGs are political. Because think about it, there's a race that niggas don't rock with. Oh, they're from a certain lineage, so they have a certain status in society. Nigga, all of that is political. A caste system? That's not
oh, yeah.
political. Like,
Nigga, the
you get what I'm
newest
saying?
Final Fantasy, most of the game you spend as a branded, where you get treated as a lower class citizen. They
Oh
be
yeah,
going
most of
around.
the
Nigga, if a nigga call me a branded, yo, I'm fighting off top.
yeah, most of the Final Fantasies after like 11 have been very political. Like 11 was pretty political. Like
I
yeah,
haven't played a Final Fantasy game, but since X and X2, so I haven't really gotten into it. But now I'm getting reinvigorated with 16. 16 is my goat.
I mean even Resident Evil is political.
Oh yeah, nigga, Raccoon
The
City, a
corporation,
corporation.
yeah.
Yeah, nigga. And that one's easy. Anybody that don't get that one is just intentionally
Yeah. No, but
being
there's
blind.
so many but that's what I mean when I say like, dog, pick your favorite game. There's politics in it. You might just agree with them, or you might just not see them as politics. But Deus Ex Machina, you ever played that game? Yeah, you're cooked.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that game is 1
yeah.
billion
Oh,
percent.
you play Far Cry? Yeah, you're cooked. Oh, you ever play Star Wars? You're fried, nigga.
That be pissing me off the most.
You ever play
Nigga. Star
Bioshock?
Wars, nigga.
You're fried.
Niggas,
Brother.
like, it's not even subtext. This is the main
Yeah,
story.
it's literally the main story of the game. Like there was an entire Star Wars movie niggas didn't like because there was too much what? Politics. It was niggas was in the Senate. The Jedi Senate. Come on, bro. Like this is the part that this is what I mean.
Even before the
It's a
prequels,
whisper.
the old Star Wars that niggas called quote unquote good, where there wasn't any politics, it was a fascist government versus rebel fighters.
Mm-hmm.
You see these niggas build something called a Death Star to blow up planets. How is this not political, dog? What do you
Like I
niggas be on,
promise
bro?
you.
What do you
I
niggas be on,
promise you.
please?
Like pick one. Pick a game you like, dog. I could freak it. Give me a second. Just give me a little while.
Nigga,
Let me
I
research the lore for
guarantee you,
5 minutes and I'll get you
if we say Jet Set Radio Future, I guarantee you that shit's gonna have a political reason why these niggas was graffiti and shit.
Let's go. Let's get to it. Just a Radio Future. Let's go. I'm gonna do it right now. All right, boom. Let's get to the plot. In futuristic Tokyo, a group of teenage skaters vie for control of Tokyo against rival groups. The Rokaku Group, which is a mega corporation. Oh, here we go.
Oh, man.
We ain't even get far. We didn't even get far. Has taken over much of their city, and the leader is the new mayor of Tokyo. The group is oppressing the people, taking away freedom of speech and expression.
A
It is
game where
forcing
you ride
other
around.
gang members to give up their territory using the corrupt police force of. Oh man, come on,
A
come
game where
on,
you
man!
ride around on
Spray
roller
paint and
skates and
shit.
spray paint shit is political. That's insane how that works, man. That's
This
just
shit is too easy, man. This shit too easy.
man.
Now that one I probably should have figured because now that I remember the game, I'm like, yeah, there were like those agents and shit like that. But it's
I
just like,
don't
dog, pick
remember.
anything.
Man,
Pick anything. I Sonic Adventure 2. All right, let's get it. Oh wait, never
Sonic
mind. Never
Adventure.
mind.
Come
No,
on
no,
now,
no, no.
Sonic.
I already
Come
know
on
this one.
now.
I already know this one. I already remembered. Never mind. Hold on. Learning of a secret weapon from the diary of his deceased grandfather, Dr. Eggman infiltrates a high security Guardian Units of Nations, which is the United Nations facility, and revives the thing. Help him conquer the world. Tell him he encounters the United Nations forces. Yeah, yeah. It's a game centered around the United Nations. I'm just
We don't
saying.
even have to. We don't even have to take obscure games that we just mentioned, like Jet Set Radio Future and Sonic. The same games that these people that don't want politics in games like are political. Fallout 4. Any fuck Fallout 4. Any Fallout is political.
Mm-hmm.
The same games that you people
Oh
like
yeah, no,
are
Fallout is
political.
absolutely yeah,
Nigga,
no.
even Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Dark
I
Souls.
was I was literally gonna say shit like Elden Ring.
It's not our politics, but it's still political. There's
Mm-hmm.
still a system in chart. Like, come on, dog.
Mm-hmm. Like the Golden Order were like
Please have
authoritarians.
a brain.
Like, yeah, come on now.
Please
Come on
have a
now.
brain. Yeah.
He said, please, I beg of you.
I'm begging y'all to just,
uh
with a modicum of a speck of brain matter, please. Let's get off
yeah,
this shit because we can go on literally forever with this because every game is political and these niggas will never concede defeat or will ever say, wow, I
all
didn't
right,
think about
fine.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So from the politics of Jet Set Radio Future.
It's a crazy thing. That's a crazy sentence that nobody should ever say.
To the
That
politics of
might be the first time that sentence has ever been uttered on planet Earth. Honestly,
what from the politics of
that
Jet Set
make
Radio
that a
Future.
title. That's the title option from the politics of Jet Set. Nobody, because nobody thinks the politics of Jet Set are future. So like, who the fuck would say that?
Only here, folks. Only here. I guess we can fly by that AI generated Drake and Weekend song getting submitted to the Grammys.
Yeah, like I said, some of these we can just mention because they happen. That's
Um,
pretty funny.
it's pretty
Did
funny.
you hear the song?
Yeah, that Hard on the Sleeve shit. I heard that
Yeah,
when it
I
came
actually,
out. Bro. It's decent.
you know,
It's not.
the
Yeah,
main thing I like about the song is the beat because the lyrics, they were whatever. They were literally just
yeah.
AI generated
It
lyrics.
was just
But
the
the
flow
beat,
and the beat. That's all it was.
yeah, the flow and the beat were good. The fact that AI is being um able to be Gramminized,
Uh
it's a double-edged sword. I think it's both hilarious and funny, and at the same time, I think it poses problems. I think AI should be able to get a Grammy if it is made wholly from one person that they made an AI beat, they got AI vocals on it. You can't take two different living people and put them on an
Yeah,
AI
yeah,
generated
yeah.
beat, AI
Like if
generated
you just
lyric.
want to do it through some sort of freaking distortion and it's your voice though, I don't. That should be fine.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't
hard.
care
Like
about
you
that. I
can't
don't
take
even care about that. Like yeah,
two
like
of
it
the
like
biggest artists in the world and forcing them. They hate each other. You forcing them to collab on a beat.
yeah,
You
like
can't.
if I took my voice off of the pod and used that to make songs with it, and then just wrote the lyrics out, then sure, I don't no harm no foul because that's my voice. Do what you want with your own voice. But I don't see how this. Now, granted, this is only nomination. First off, this will not get nominated, so I'm not even
Yeah,
worried about that.
it's not nominated. It was submitted
Yeah,
for.
it was
They said
submitted.
it
It's
was
not gonna get
eligible to be
nominated.
submitted for a nomination, and it was submitted. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
not gonna.
it certainly will not get it. But okay, okay,
I
cool.
mean, I might
I
nominate.
don't.
I'm on the cast, so I mean,
But I'm just more confused at like when people are talking about the implications for what this is and da da da, and I was like, the only implications I'm seeing is that a nigga who literally only wrote lyrics can release a song. And now granted, I there are definitely going to be some. Cause I've seen that same person did a Travis Scott one recently, and I was just like, I don't know how long they're gonna let you continue with this.
Nigga, they didn't let him continue with the first one. They removed it within like 2 days.
Well, yeah, for sure that.
Now,
For sure that.
did you mean they're gonna unalive him? That's how they're not gonna let him continue to do it, or?
Well, I don't think it'll be that insane, but
I know, I was joking, but because like they
um,
didn't let him they didn't allow him to cook the first time, so this Travis Scott one it's probably down now. If I look for it now, it's probably not a.
yeah, it probably is. But because when I saw it was on TikTok, and you know TikTok don't nigga that might as well be a different country.
Well,
Well,
the first time I saw the On My Sleeve song was on TikTok, and then I saw it on Spotify. So, what's the name of the song? I'm gonna see if it's on Spotify.
oh, I have no clue. I would have to look. I just saw I skipped it, so I didn't even watch it. But I could probably look it up right now. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Travis Scott featuring 21 Savage.
Oh, that sounds like a banger.
I ain't gonna play too much, but hey, look, man. All I feel like is if somebody else writing the lyrics for Travis Scott, like it's got to be better. So I'm willing to
So
hear it.
you're in favor of it?
Oh, I'm in for niggas who are bad at writing their bars. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like if you're Rich the Kid, bro, AI records your shit. Why are you going to the studio? Bro, train that shit on all your music and then just type up the bars. What are you fucking doing?
I mean,
Like,
honestly,
if you're not that good at this, bro, just let the computer do it. Like, I swear.
no, that's a fair statement. Yeah, any nigga that's somehow famous but still not good at rapping, like a lot of niggas just got on from good beats and bad bars. I mean, y'all voices out there enough. Train now,
Yeah.
honestly.
Or it's just like you were hot in a moment. Like, look, we were looking for a guy to talk about X, Y, and Z. You talked about X, Y, and Z. It got you a little 1 year, 2 year run. And now you just remain because, every once in a while you're interested enough for us to care again. But no, those guys, listen. I mean, don't know. You want to go to the studio just because you love it, then hey, go for it. But I feel like if you loved it, maybe never mind. Never mind.
Come on, man. Don't be stupid like that. They trying their best. I assure you, they're trying. Man. Listen, if there's a tier list of niggas that need auto tune rap, put Lil Pump at the top.
That nigga is in SS plus tier. That nigga is in dire need of him and Smoke Perk. I don't know what happened to that nigga.
That nigga not even a rapper no more. I feel like what's his
He
name?
got his CDL, I bet.
CDL, no. He got a security guard. He got the license you gotta
The
get a
Sora?
security guard to be able
The
to carry a
Sora?
gun. He got that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the Sora.
I'm glad you just knew that off top. What it was called.
Yeah, Security Officer Registration Act. Yep, the Sora. I don't know why I know that actually.
I feel like because there's certain jobs where you could be security guard and you're just never in danger. In some jobs, you're gonna need something. You're gonna need more than a flashlight. So
certain jobs is just like, look, bro, something happened, just like hit me. And then other jobs, it's just like, bro, something happened, like you need to hold it down until the SWAT team gets there.
I feel like every job in Gotham requires a Sora. Every single
Oh,
one.
nigga, they probably require something higher than the Sora.
They require fucking. Oh my god. We don't got to get into all everything about them because them niggas need help.
Do they? I'm like, bro, at a certain point, nigga, move. Like, do something, yo, do something different. Like, just anything different. Just try something, bro.
I would, bro, but I'm in a 3-bedroom townhouse. You want to know what I pay? $700 a month, utilities included, bro. I cannot leave this.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Mr. Wayne.
Mr. Wayne is doing all he can, okay?
So that nigga try harder.
Listen, every time a nigga try harder, they get rid of him.
Well, tell him
his comic, so he just keep coming back.
stop letting them niggas get rid of you, bro. What the fuck?
He just a nigga. What are you gonna do? He not Superman.
Be more than a nigga. What the fuck? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know what he's supposed to do. I know what I'm looking for him to do. Like, bro, you got billions in crime fighting abilities. It's up to you to figure out what you're supposed to do. I'm just here to tell you what I need.
He be trying
Please,
his
bro. Please, bro. There was a cupcake at the store, and they said, "Why is the cupcake ticking?"
best.
They had to evacuate the Stop and Shop because there was a ticking cupcake.
I got in my car and there was a green question mark on the fucking driving wheel.
Oh no! They replaced my horn with 6 flashbangs. I pressed that horn once.
I feel like Riddler gotta have a better riddle or story or something than 6 flash. Nigga, first off, 6 flashbangs go off in your face. I think you're gone.
Yeah, that might as well.
You're gone. That's a regular grenade at that point. You're done.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
I wouldn't want to live there, but it is fun to think about all the crazy shit that was going on if he was Gotham. Like, imagine you walking down the street and then a plant just pick you up and fling you 700 feet away because poison ivy is out there, doing whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, one of them plants, you just, yo, come on, please.
I always like to think about just regular niggas in the superhero world. Like, them niggas going through constantly.
Oh, absolutely. Them niggas are having a bad time. What else? What else gonna talk about? We just talking about the AI generated shit. I guess since we're on media, you want to talk about that white girl coming out the Port-A-Potty and beating niggas up?
Yeah, let's talk about this because I saw clips of it, but I didn't care, so I didn't watch a full video, so I have no idea what this is about.
I didn't either. And apparently there were interviews afterwards and all of that. But basically there was a Morgan Wallen show. I'm sure you remember who Morgan Wallen is, right?
I don't.
You don't remember the white guy who did a song who Dirk keeps doing songs with, even though he said nigga, which I mean, granted, hood niggas seem to never care about that.
Oh no, yeah. There's no way I remember this because
yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, but yeah, let's continue. Yeah.
So anyway, Morgan Wallen has a show in Pittsburgh, and you're seeing a lot of cowboys.
Wait, you said Dirk keeps doing. How many songs has Dirk done with a country nigga?
He's done like at least 3 with this guy. Let me see.
Is he on his Nelly tip? He trying to do his over and over again Tim McGraw shit?
How many songs do Lil Durk and Morgan Wallen have together? They have 2 collaborations as of 2023, and Lil Durk apparently wants to make an album with them.
After the nigga said, well, like you said, hood niggas don't care. They just
they never do.
Just happy to be alive. Honestly, they don't give a fuck what's going on, really.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so they're at this show and they're going off, and basically the video starts. I'll post a video in the chat so you can watch along. But basically the video starts. The woman who you see outside, I believe, the one with the white on.
Look like a bunch of Advil put together.
Oh, it is. It's the headache fruit.
The headache fruit. Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it basically starts with apparently this woman with the white on is somebody's mother. Okay. And so her mom is getting into a fight with that girl in pink. They get pushed into that one stall when that one girl is just trying to get up out of there. The girl in black, I guess, is trying to break the fight up.
Wait. And, rewind it. I'm watching it from the beginning.
You watching it from the jump?
Yeah. So the girl in white, somebody's mother. Girl in pink
is just a girl who wants to fight someone's mother. And then they get into it. They start fighting. Obviously, you can see them get dragged into the next stall. Yeah. Where the other girl who's literally just finished pissing is like, hello. So she walks out.
Okay.
She walks out, and the girl in black, I guess, is trying to separate the two. And then of course remember I said the mother,
Yeah.
that girl that comes out of the porta potty next to them, that's her daughter.
Okay. Because my immediate thought was, I wouldn't even let a nigga get that close to my mom in the first place to be able to go in. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So then what happens is, well, as you can see, the two of them get to scrapping and get to clapping.
She is beating. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and the worst part is, I think that girl in black was just trying to break up the fight.
And she didn't know that though. She
Yeah,
just seeing everybody in the store with her mama, and she just, I get it.
but you know what I think is so funny? Yeah, you know how every time there's a video of black people acting a fool, we got to deal with the what do they think of us? Da 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 da. Meanwhile, these white women can fight inside of a shitter, and
Inside of a shitter. Yeah.
inside of the shitter, and they having a dookie fight. Like
They having a duke off.
they having
Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Duke off. Like it's all good. So that's why I'm like, bro, please. I wish again, everything y'all think white people don't do, they absolutely do it.
You know what? I'll put another side to that. Probably a lot of people think that whenever we see black people do something, they think, oh man, white people gonna think this and that. Because they literally do think that. Like, you don't be on TikTok like I do, but on TikTok in the comment section,
Oh no,
whenever there's a video of niggas doing anything, the first 700,000 comments are just well.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. For like 700,000, just you scroll down, it's just well. So a lot of black people,
interesting eye emoji.
I wonder why they're acting like that. That type shit. So a lot of black people will see that and they're just like, this is gonna give them more ammo, more fodder. But they're looking at a one-dimensional thing because, like you said, white people do the same shit. So just because you're seeing these group of white people making racist comments about black people doing this thing doesn't mean that white people don't do that same exact thing. So, like, I get why people feel quote unquote embarrassed when they see black people do things, but stop looking at racist white people say shit because they're gonna say it regardless. They can see a nigga in the suit and say that nigga going to court.
Yep, and they will,
and they do.
And the craziest part is, back to the porta potty video. There. I used to think there was one place I'll never fight somebody. There are now two places I will never fight someone.
What was
the airport
place?
And a porta potty.
Yeah, no, I ain't no way I'm fighting a nigga in a porta potty. First off, and I feel bad for that one girl that just walked. She just got done peeing.
And then two bodies come slamming into you. Hey, look, she lucky she got out of there for the daughter came in, because if the daughter was around,
she would have got caught in that old timey cartoon dust bubble when niggas fighting his fists and legs popping out.
And she, whoa, hey. Then suddenly you inside the tussle.
All right, so I'm gonna add a third one to a place I'm scared to fight. A cartoon dust rattling where it's just fists and arms and legs popping out.
A cartoon
Don't put me in one of
dusticuff.
A cartoon brawl. A
cartoon brush up.
A brush up, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, so
please.
This, and I don't know if you saw that the shit with the black girl that got her Tabi stolen.
No, what?
Oh man, oh yeah, it's been a nutty week on Twitter. Let me tell you.
All right, so how about the black girl that got her Tabi stolen?
So basically, you know what Tabis are, right? The shoes.
I literally thought you meant cat up until you just said
shoes. No, like the Tabi shoes. So she had a pair of Margiela Tabis. Them bitches is $900. Keep that $900 mark in mind. Yeah. Okay. So granted, I didn't even fully follow this story, but from the gist of what I got, she met some dude on Tinder and invited the dude over to her crib. And
how many dates were they on?
I think this is the first one. That was scary. Crazy. I know.
Criminal. Yeah, come on, man.
I know. But hey, listen, we've all been horny before. But so she does that. And for some strange reason, she meets this guy and he pretty much robs her and steals her Tabis. And then she makes like a call out video talking about he
Call them
steals from
shoes, please.
niggas.
Because every time you say tabbies, I'm gonna think about cats. I'm thinking about a nigga pulling up to your house to fuck and he steal your cats.
That is insane. Or
Please
maybe
just call them shoes.
stealing. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Bad.
But
bad. Let me get the spray bottle. Bad.
No, wait. I'm sorry. I said
That's a bad boy.
It was there.
Just say Margellas or shoes, please, because Tabi is always gonna make me think about a cat. Please.
But the wildest part is the guy gets to the crib, right? And he mentions the tabbies. Like he mentions, oh, tabbies. Like, oh, you fuck with tabbies. You rock with those? She's like, yeah, they're like Margiela tabbies.
Strike one.
And that nigga in his head said, oh, Margiela tabbies. No, bitch, I know what they are. So I think what happened was, again, I'm sorry, if niggas know the real story, there's probably more to it. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this nigga steals the tabbies from her, goes home, gifts the tabbies to his girlfriend, who he just cheated on, by the way.
Okay.
Right? The girlfriend is, well, first off, woman's black. The guy is black, but he looks like a Steve Lacy fan. And just take a guess at what race his girlfriend was. Just take a guess. There's no wrong answer. Close. No, she was white.
How the fuck is that close? That's like as far of the opposites as possible.
Well, it depends who you ask, no?
You asking the wrong niggas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm watching the video now. Make sure there's no details because I remember there was something that they mentioned about
it. Fight?
It's a 2-minute and something long video. But then there was something about a playlist, a Spotify playlist. Hold on, I'm watching the video. I'm just trying to.
He made a Spotify playlist from the girl he robbed.
So basically, long story short, he was talking about some Spotify playlists, and then she gave him her phone to look up the Spotify playlist. And I don't know what he did with her phone. I'm listening to see what happens next. I'm screaming. Shorty said she was on her shoe. Looked at her shoe rack and said, "Wait, something's missing."
Oh man.
She looking everywhere, looking through all of her shit. She said, "All right, fuck it. I'm gonna worry about it later."
That dumbass nigga probably would have got away with it if he didn't mention the shoes. That's the worst.
Yeah, part. Literally. Like, don't bring up that. Like, bro, wait till she go to bathroom and see if
don't bring up the thing you finna steal, nigga. Like, what? Come on, man.
But anyway, so long story short, this black girl she was commissioned to write something in Vogue off of this. Somebody sent her some shoes. A couple brands sent her shoes. Sent her Tabi shoes. And I was like, look at that. You came up off of this. It's a nice little come up. But the funniest part was then people started showing all their Tabi shoes. Dog, they have Reebok Tabis. I didn't realize that they have all types of insanely strange Tabi sneakers. Like, I was just like, don't show me this again. I don't want to see any of these. I hate these shoes, and the sneakers are insane. Like, some of the boots look nice, the Tabi boots, but the sneakers are nuts.
I must be a brokey because I didn't, like you said, I didn't know what a Tabi was before.
No, you don't gotta be broke. It's just probably not your bag at all. Like, but no, they make sneakers.
In general, so I can see.
Okay, well, before you say anything, these are Margellas as well, but that's not the point.
I don't. Rick Owens look like trash, so I'm sure them. Come on, dog. No, I've seen these. These fucking goat hoop shoes, man. Come on, man. How much are these? They don't sell 276. Yeah. I definitely would not pay 276 for these at all. These are Converses with goat fucking hooves.
Hold on, I got some other ones for you. All right.
Don't tell me they get worse. Please don't tell. Come on, man. Why are niggas wearing this? Is this even comfortable?
Dog, I don't know. I do not know.
The red ones look even worse. They literally look like devil hooves.
You want to see the Reebok Tabi heels? High heels.
Wearing high heels with split toes in the front sounds insane to me. Actually, you know what? These look like the best ones. I'm not gonna hold
I
you. Maybe
told
it's just
you
the black.
the
These
boots
look like
and
the
the
best
heels
ones.
actually look
Yeah, these
wearable,
work. Yeah, these go together for sure.
but the sneakers look stupid.
No, the
They look
sneakers look
terrible.
crazy. Shit is horrendous. What did he steal? Did he steal the boots?
No, he stole the Margiela tabbies, so I'll show you those.
Was that the top one, the Converses, pretty much?
No, they're just like regular flats. They're like women's flats, basically.
Oh, okay. So they don't have a dumbass split in the middle.
No, they do. They're tabby. That's what all the tabbies mean.
That's Tabi is split. Okay.
That's actually crazy. I just randomly found a nigga I went to college with on Twitter. That's wild. Anyway,
It's life, bro.
no, I mean I found him literally like looking through the tabbies tab. That's hilarious. Okay. Anywho. But yeah, so this whole thing, I was just like, yo, like, this is nutty. And the wildest part was I missed the transition from the Port-A-Potty girl to another shitty event. But obviously you remember the shitty plane.
Yeah,
Shits on
the
the plane.
shitty plane. That shit had me crying, laughing because I didn't see pictures. All I saw was the article and the explanation, and it just sounded like a nigga had really bad diarrhea on the plane, and it stunk up the whole plane so bad that they had to turn it around. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't until like yesterday or the day before yesterday that they posted pictures where this nigga just had diarrhea in his seat and he shit all down the aisle on the way to the bathroom. So yeah, no, that plane is a walking biohazard. Cause what the fuck? I'm not sitting through that for however long it takes to get from America to Barcelona.
But no. Yeah, and so literally they were saying like this person. So literally when I first saw it, they were just talking about they shit all throughout the plane or all through the plane, and I was like, what does all through the plane mean?
I
Like
literally just I thought it meant the smell just permeated throughout the plane. Like they just shit so bad.
yeah, I was just like, what is that wording is confusing me. What do you mean by that? And so it wasn't until the video came out where I seen it, and even then I was just looking like, dog, like is I was just confused because at first I was just like, what happened? Like what type of what happened? Like because I feel like you had like I feel like this, and maybe I'm wrong
I'm
for this,
still
right? But I feel like it had to be a woman because it's like you must have been wearing a dress, so
damn.
there was free access
With
to where
this.
it just went straight down. Because this didn't look like like if it run down your leg or something. It didn't look like that,
Yeah.
dog. This looked like that shit was shooting. Like this looks like shots, and I feel like that you would have to be wearing something that gives you just full and easy access in order for that to be
It just hit the ground that easily.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I could be wrong, but like that it just didn't. I don't know. That was the part that was confusing as hell to me.
I didn't really think about the gender of the person who was doing it, but my thought was they had to have been asleep and they they shot up like, oh, this is a right now do or die situation. Because there's no way a person is just sitting there and they're letting it bubble up and bubble up and bubble up until they can't make it to the restroom. A nigga had to have been asleep and he didn't wake up until that was it. It was coming out. Because nobody in their right mind is just sitting there while it's, damn, my stomach is, damn, this shit is punching. Like, I feel like it's lava in there. Like, I think I gotta go soon. Maybe I can make it to Barcelona from New York. I don't.
And
It's
they were
only
only
11
over
hours.
DC. Like, brother, you were fried. You're finished. But I think they should consider themselves slightly lucky because it's like, dog, this could have happened when y'all were 4 hours in, and then y'all still got to turn around for 4 more hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so y'all might as well just went.
Like y'all lucky this happened an hour and a half into it, like, because this could have gotten nasty.
I mean, it was already fucking nasty. Like
Well, I mean,
all
yeah,
down the
very
aisle
nasty.
is.
This could have been terrible.
Planes can't prepare for that. I mean, nothing to prepare for that. My
My
thought is,
plane
I
closed.
wonder if this person got charged for this because you have to the
Yeah,
airline is gonna have to obviously like blow torch and bleach
not
and
below
lava.
torch. They're gonna have to
They have to
reupholster
lava
the
their
floor.
whole plane. They gotta sterilize that whole bitch from top to bottom. That shit's gotta cost thousands of dollars. On a international airliner, that shit is gonna be expensive for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I listen. I'd be very curious to know what they charge niggas for this because I get
That
the
probably
feeling
has
they.
never happened before.
Yeah, I get the feeling they finna whoop you for this one.
Oh yeah. Not only do you have to pay for the finances of cleaning fees, but niggas miss flights. You gonna have to pay a lot of angry niggas back for sure.
Hmm.
They probably missed out on so much money from that plane not making it to Barcelona from America.
Yeah, yeah. No, they gonna whoop his ass. I'm sorry, or her ass, whoever's ass. Y'all getting y'all
I'm
ass whooped.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel bad
Because
for them too because I just
yeah, it's a disorder. It's a
yeah.
disease. Like I didn't shit on the floor on purpose.
You sure?
I'm holding true to my thought that they came up out of their sleep with some absolutely devious bubble guts and they could not make it to the
Yeah. They
bathroom.
woke up out of their sleep and somebody had already kicked the door in. Like,
Because what else would cause this? Like I'm really trying to think. Oh, you there's no way you just sat down in your seat and didn't feel anything, or there's no way an hour into the flight you didn't feel anything. That nigga had to have eaten something. It didn't really jive with him. He was sleep. He probably shit on himself a little bit in the sleep, in the seat, and was dribbling on the way out
oh, come
down the ground.
on, man. You kept dribbling on the way out, man.
What
Come
else was it
on,
doing?
yo.
It was coming out in piles like a horse.
I don't know what else it was doing.
Oh man. All right,
Yo,
let's move on.
yeah, random sidebar because we ain't got much left. This nigga the baby freestyle to some burner boy sitting on top of the world flip. I cannot believe how washed the baby is. It is unbelievable. Like
I was,
he
oh
couldn't
man,
find it again if it was in front of him. He had X-ray binoculars
I
and
was hoping it was gonna be the opposite of what you said, and like, man, the baby killed that. He on the way
no,
up, but no, it was that bad, bro.
no, it was horrible. I was just like, bro, like you. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I really don't. I
You know
just
what
don't
it
like.
is? He probably just he been out of the loop for so long. His confidence is shot, so he just don't
I
got
don't
it no
even
more.
think so. I think he genuinely didn't quite
Have it to begin with.
realize. Yeah, well, that part too. But I think he genuinely, truly didn't realize, like, brother, like, you're not that. Uh, you how do I say it? You just thought you rested on your laurels, right? And thought you could just genuinely sit here and make the same song 100 times. I mean, he's bragged about it, right? He's bragged about literally being able to do that, and it worked for so long, and it's still gonna work a little bit for so long. But like, it's just not. It is just not. Oh man, it's not good. I'll tell you that much. It's not good, and it's like he's just doing the same old shit now, and that's same old shit is not really working for him. It
You
hasn't
know
been
what it
working.
is? I don't know if you've seen this thing on TikTok named the Repo Reaper. This nigga single handedly revitalized the baby's career.
Who?
It's a nigga on TikTok named the
Oh, I know
Repo
what you're talking about.
Reaper,
Yeah.
and he goes around
Oh yeah, he
repoing
was playing the
cars, and
baby
he
song.
plays
Yeah.
get a bitch with their hands on their knees. I mean, to get a bitch with their hands on their knees.
Well,
Yeah,
see, that song was doing some little bit of numbers. Like that's what I'm saying. That song was
because
doing
of that
numbers.
nigga, specifically because of the Repo Reaper.
Well, yeah, and then he did a Sexy Red remix and all of that shit. So
I haven't even heard the
um,
Sex Red remix, so I mean that tells you where that stands for the baby. Um,
hey, yo,
and
that was
Sexy
the
Red
crazy
is
thing.
hot right now,
That's what
so
I also said the same thing to somebody else. I was just like, dog, for Sexy Red to jump on a song like that, and for that song to not,
it tells you where the people's minds are for the baby.
yeah, like
Um,
for that song not to like turn into something insane. Like, there's no reason that didn't go crazy for you. So that's the part where I'm just like, damn, dog. Like you might be,
really washed. Yeah, it's
yeah, you might be.
and it's his own doing. That's the sad part. A lot of niggas fall off into obscurity because of mitigating factors, or this is all his doing. He did this.
Come shake some. Hold on. I know Shake Something peaked at 65, which is not good considering he has had songs that I don't even know these songs, and they peaked at 59, 58, 74. I've never even heard of this. Yeah, no, like it's not like, yeah, that 2019, 2020, 2021 wave he had where he was super hot. He just rested on his laurels and thought it was just gonna be light work. Like, but mind you, I mean, he's got enough hits. He's got a number one hit. He's got two number two hits, and he's got 5 top 10 hits. Like, I think he'll be good long term. You know what I mean? It's like the whole Roddy Ricch joint. Like, it doesn't matter what Roddy Ricch does moving forward. Like, it never does, because off the box alone, that nigga never has to work again.
Also, I don't know
And Roddy
why.
Ricch also has another number one hit with the baby. So it's like, bro, off of those alone, bro, I don't have to do anything ever again. Keep that
Also,
in
I don't
mind.
know what it is about TikTok and adding Roddy Ricch songs to them, but TikTok has so many fucking
Roddy
videos
Ricch
with
songs.
Roddy Ricch songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, that's why the box went number one because of
not
TikTok.
even just. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, really? The box went.
No,
Man.
absolutely, the box went insane because of TikTok, 100%.
Huh.
Billboard, yeah, Roddy Ricch has two number one hits. The box spent 11 weeks at number one.
11 weeks.
Spent 38 weeks on the chart. That's almost the whole year. Like, you remember that Roddy Ricch song? I put the new 40s on a G. That shit peaked at 11. So you
You
can only
know
imagine
why
how
that
hot
peaked
the
at
box was.
11? That was my original point. I didn't know the box made it as a TikTok hit because every other Roddy Rich hit comes from TikTok. Right now on air, YouTube, Axel in Harlem. Just go on YouTube and look at that.
He gonna fuck my algorithm up looking at this bullshit. Okay, Axel in Harlem, yeah. Oh wait, well, I was supposed to type in Axel and Harlem Roddy Ricch. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know
But
what
it's
the original
Mustard
Axel.
and Roddy Ricch.
Yeah, if you get it fine, I'll just send it. I'll just
What
send it.
is he doing? He don't got draws on, do he?
I don't know what you were looking at.
I put on whatever freaky shit you told me to put on. The fuck,
Hold
man?
on, bro. What did you? Hold on now.
This shit
You
got
talking about
763,000 views too. Nigga made me watch some freak shit, y'all. You a sick nigga, yeah.
what? I don't know what you watch with a nigga without draws, but the shit. Hold on, no. All right, let me see
I
what you
posted
was
it in
posting.
general. I posted it in general, bro. Like, what you doing? Why you got me watching
Oh,
this? Yeah?
that's past what I watched. Yeah, I mean it's the same video, but I guess yours just went on longer. But my original point was, I don't know why, but Roddy Rich songs on TikTok are used for gay sex anthems.
Oh my god, man! I don't know why
I
either, but
don't know
stop
why.
seeing that. Stop seeing it.
I mean, I haven't seen it in months. I just didn't think about it until you said Roddy Rich. I don't know what the fuck the second video you posted is. I've only seen the first one.
Unsee that shit, nigga. Now he said, "What gay sex anthem?"
Sex anthem? I mean, look at the videos you just
Nigga,
posted.
nigga woke up out his slumber hearing that shit. he said, "I beg your pardon."
I mean, and you
He
know,
said,
that's not even the only. Like I said, this has happened for multiple Roddy Rich songs. I don't know why they always pick him.
"The shit that be killing me is like, I be popping bottles, sparkles and champagne."
That shit, I fucking love that shit. That shit
VIP
is
my
so
section.
fucking funny.
I was like, I don't know what he really said, but he's like, VIP my section. I got me an erection.
You know what's insane is that song came out like fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah, I'm looking at
TikTok
it now.
just
2018.
discovered it. Like
Mm-hmm.
TikTok just has the ability to revitalize fucking songs.
What's that other song? There's a song by some guy, Chris Sean, from 2008, and that Sin City shit. Sin City wasn't dreaming. I'm like, yo,
I don't know.
what in the
TikTok has some
world?
type of fucking power over fucking media, bro, because they be bringing shit back from the dead.
They do. Listen, they made Erica Banks think she.
Huh?
Never mind.
No, go ahead. No, get your shit off
Never
because
mind.
they made her think, right? Because she was feeling high and mighty after that. What did she
He
put out
said,
after that?
what they make her think, huh?
Yeah, no, because what did she put out after that, huh?
Yeah, nah. Nathaniel.
No, Gen Z is absolutely absurd as comedy. And I feel
That's why
like,
I love it. That shit is hilarious because
yeah,
it really do be
they
absurd.
they took this to its logical conclusion because in our generation we had YouTube poops, which is basically just nonsense. But if you look at Gen Z videos now, it's it doesn't compare, man. They just them niggas got it. They understand the assignment. Like, have you? I don't know if you've seen like these Don Pollo videos where it's just random screenshots with a nigga screaming in the background.
No, oh, I have
These
not,
niggas say,
nigga.
"I sorry everyone follow me." Hold on, I gotta send a video to
I can't even imagine what your fucking TikTok for you page. Your shit
what?
must be a hell zone. Your shit
my
is the sunken place, nigga.
my shit is the opposite of the second place. My TikTok is perfectly curated because I want my shit to be utter nonsense, and that's what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me send you some shit. I gotta find the right video because you're not gonna understand it. Hold on. I'm sorry, everybody follow me. Why is this shit so? All right, hold on. Talk
Yeah,
about something else while I
what
find the
more
video.
could you show us? Yo? You've already showed me fucking whatever the hell you showed me. And I was gonna talk about that white lady from Twitter, but I might save it until next week because she's still digging. So we'll see what another week comes up
Wait,
with.
there's a new main antagonist on Twitter.
I wouldn't even call her an antagonist. I think she is. I think this girl is just. I mean, I think she's realizing it's promo. So I think she's not like pandering, but
Also, it's like the last white lady. She
she's
realized it's
absolutely saying
all
certain things, knowing that like, yeah, y'all don't
just
like
to get a reaction.
any of this. Like, yeah, no. But no, it was some goofy story about some lady who was dating a guy who was either a literal idiot or autistic. Which again, I'm not being rude, guys. I'm just those are
No,
the
the way you
only two
said that
options.
sounds crazy.
Those are the only two options. Like, cause you know, like autistic, some of the autistic niggas can't read social cues, right? So either this nigga cannot read social cues and he's got whatever comes with that,
Yeah.
or he's an absolute fucking idiot. Like that's what I mean.
Oh
Like,
yeah. I mean, I've been diagnosed as autistic, so I mean,
Well,
I
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
definitely.
and this nigga wrote like a 3-page long explanation of it. And I was just like, this nigga seems autistic. I'm just gonna go out on a limb, guys.
A three. No. Okay.
I'm like,
Okay.
this nigga seems.
Okay.
I'm just like, I mean,
Nah, he got it. He might have a little bit more than autism. Well, I mean, it's on the spectrum, so he's probably.
But yeah, but basically it was a story. There's some white lady on Twitter who first off, you go to her page, she has a metric fuck ton of charts and graphs on her page. This woman cares a lot about data and will put anything and everything into a chart, a graph, a pie chart, a bar graph. It's an insane amount, and she does like actual research. So it's like, I mean, I can't fade that part, but you do be doing some weird shit a lot of times.
You do all this?
Yeah, like, I mean, she did like how taboo are these fetishes? Like, dog, like when I tell you there's 100 trillion fucking charts on this woman's page, like, that she's collected the data herself.
What is how could I even follow any of this?
Well, I mean, again, she has a Substack because I mean she got a lot of shit to say for her. But anyway, she does a lot of polls on her page too. But anywho, the whole point is she's apparently she's poly, and she's dating this dude, right? And one of the dudes she's dating, she was talking to him and basically having a conversation with him, saying like, it's a shame how when it comes to like your physical appearance, people have to be dishonest basically to save your feelings and to like not, you know what I mean? Like, so even if somebody looks bad, you can't really tell them that, right? Like, she's having that conversation with him, and then he pipes up out of nowhere, where like, well, like, you're not that pretty. Again, which is why I said this guy is either A, autistic because he thought you were asking for that in that moment, or B, he just thought he's just an idiot. like he's one of the two. And so he does that, and then so for whatever reason, she talked about this online. People heard that and was like, "That sounds insane." And she was basically just saying, like, well, it hurt my feelings a little bit when I sat and I thought about it. It's like, oh yeah, and it spoke to, and it made me think about da. But long story short, people were just like, this is something only a white woman would. You need a reminder, because think about it. If you are a slim white woman with an OnlyFans, that's probably booming, by the way, because she's got 140,000 subs. Not on OnlyFans, but
she said he's one of the few people. Right.
And she's poly, yeah. So she's got a few boys. So think about it. You're a slim white woman with a body that, I mean, hell, I mean, I'll post a few pictures. You niggas let me know what you think. The face is what it is, but that's neither here nor there. Which is why when he said you're not that pretty, I was crying. I was like, he's insane. But I think for a white woman, this statement probably means a bit more. You get what I'm saying? Like, because yes,
yeah.
Because as a white woman, like, think about it. Like, you already feel like I'm a slim white woman who meets mostly all the beauty standards. Like, so yeah, maybe you do need to be humbled and reminded, like, hey, listen, I know you might think you that shit, but like, understand, like, there are women out there who, like, amongst the white women, like, they're frying you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's basically what he was trying to get at, I guess. But to me, I was like, one, this is some shit I would never say, because first off, I'm dating a black woman and I don't need to remind a fat black woman what society thinks of her. Like, yeah, no, I bet you would, Mr. Milkman. But yeah, like, so I mean, I definitely get what she's going. But again, I understand why for a white woman this is like, ooh, this is amazing. Like, this is like some groundbreaking shit. I don't have to tell a fat black woman any of this shit. I don't have to remind you what society thinks of like, your beauty standards.
I'm just looking at the picture first. I agree. Standard. Continue.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like again, for people whose ideal is white women, oh yeah, they're probably but like for a nigga who dates nothing but white women and they know the categories and the tiers of white women, they probably looking at you like, nigga, you just some white girl.
Nigga, that's one of Charlie's Angels.
So basically that was old boy's point, right? So she does all of that, and that's how it started. She posted this online and people were basically just like, that nigga sounds like a piece of shit, sort of, actually. And then oh boy, then I will tell you the follow-up. The follow-up got bad, right? So the follow-up is, and this is again where I knew this nigga had to be autistic. He kept showing me signs. He kept showing me, right? Then he apologizes to her with these two. This is a card that he made. He created this card, right? Oh, and on the card, I know y'all can't see it, so I'm just telling you what it says. It says, I'm sorry.
Not that pretty on the card! Oh my god!
Listen, let me. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm glad niggas remember this now, right? Um, so the funniest part is this is what she says. Like, this is the note he wrote to her. I'm sorry I told you you're not that pretty during a tender moment. And then he opened a card, and that I made you doubt that I ever desired you. Before forsaking my cultural wisdom, I should have considered how it would feel and been ready with love. Now. Let me then. I'm not about to read none of this because this is an insane amount of words that he put here. But let me then tell you, after he saw like his girl posted it and niggas was still cooking him, he said something, and this is what he said. Now I've read this already, so I'm not gonna read it out loud. But basically, he made some weird analogy about like a world where there's a blue ball and a green ball, and people who have the green ball are universally looked at as pretty, whereas the ones with blue are not. But because people are nice and you have a blue ball and they like you, they're gonna pretend like you're pretty or whatever it is, right? Some stupid fucking analogy that only a dumb, not a dumb nigga, but only a nigga who thinks he's super analytical would come up with.
Yeah.
So literally, he writes this whole thing, da da da. And mind you, she's been fighting this fight for like 3 days at this point. Of niggas just like, bro, like stop telling me about this nigga. Then she posts some application, like, yo, if you want to fuck with him, like, here you go. Like he got a whole application. And then dog, when they looked at the application of like the stuff, because mind you, this woman loves making forms. She loves collecting data. That's her bag. That's her bag. But when people look through like the quote unquote application for dating her nigga or dating the guy, one of her niggas, right?
Yeah.
The application, I'm gonna have to go through my likes to ensure I get it all because it was some nutty shit. It was some nutty shit, boy. It was some real nutty shit because basically he was basically like the application was like, hey, would you be cool with X, Y, and Z? And the things were a little peculiar, to say the least. And I might leave it at that. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going, keep scrolling. Listen. We'll get there. It might take me another minute and a half, 2 minutes, but we'll certainly get there. But I need to. Oh my lord. Anyway, long story short, right? It's just like this is more and more reason why we need to know less about each other.
No,
Less,
I feel
guys,
like you
not
you
more.
just skipped to the end. I feel like we missed a lot. You just skipped to not knowing more about each other.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm looking for a
Oh,
like that,
okay.
that continues the story. But I'm saying in the meantime, like that's the summation I'm gonna give. Like we
Oh,
certainly need
okay.
to know
Yeah.
less about each other.
Social
Um
media was 1,000% a mistake. 1 billion.
oh yeah. And there was a whole bunch of shit. I mean, mind you, there was a lot of stories this week actually that we didn't get into. We didn't get into that woman getting hit with a brick. I
I
seen
don't
her.
ever want to get into that
Yeah, I don't
because
even want to
I
either.
fuck
Uh
every nigga that is making jokes about or defending that. That's all I'm
yeah,
gonna say.
wish her the best. Her GoFundMe is going crazy. Love
Let's
to see
go. I
that
didn't
for
even know she
her.
had one. I love to see.
Yeah. Love to see that for her.
What's his name? Dickhead. Elon Musk. His book said something about a woke mind virus in it. Yeah, they posted a quote from his book saying that he thought he quote unquote had to buy Twitter because he felt like the woke mind virus was taking over because his daughter, well, one of his daughters, because he's a deadbeat dad. He's a baby daddy. One of his daughters is trans and said that all rich people are evil.
Yeah, I
First,
saw that. Yeah.
before I even get into him buying Twitter, I would feel some type of way if one of my daughters, as a rich child, said rich niggas are evil. So he must have not done anything for her.
He's a
And
bum.
even if
Look at
he,
him.
I mean, yeah, he's got 10 baby mamas. So, I mean, yeah, he's definitely a piece of shit. But my main point in bringing this up is his main thing that he was saying before he bought Twitter was he was against silencing people. He was all for the First Amendment. That was his main thing. He was gonna be against silencing people. It was so in his story, he said, against the woke mind virus, I'm gonna buy Twitter. And all he's done since he bought Twitter was silence people. That's it. And
First
one of
off,
the main investors for Twitter is a nigga in Saudi Arabia that is going to decapitate a nigga for talking against him on Twitter. So one of the main niggas that's paying for Twitter is decapitating someone. But the same person that said in his memoir, "Oh, I'm going against the moke wine virus." The
moke wine virus.
The woke mind virus.
The moke wine virus.
The moke wine virus. Crazy. But the same nigga that's friends with a nigga overseas that's going to unalive someone for words on Twitter bought Twitter, and it's just he's cool with that. No, as a matter of fact, not even is he cool with that. He was posting up with that nigga in photos at a soccer match. So this nigga that bought Twitter because of the moke wine virus. I said it on purpose. But because the nigga that bought it because of the woke mind virus, he's hanging out with the nigga that's gonna assimilate a nigga in another country.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost as if
I hate this nigga.
White men are hypocrites.
That's why
the
funniest part of what he said in the story, he said, "Oh, my daughter is trans and she hates all rich people and thinks they're evil." Nigga, you are literally evil. She's right.
You're literally the evil one here.
Nigga, she wasn't even talking about all rich people. She was talking about you specifically.
Yeah, and not to mention, like, first off, like, let's start all the way from the beginning. You are lying, brother. You were forced to buy this website. You didn't have a choice. You were popping that big shit, and they're like, oh well, due to some clause and da 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 do do do, you have to buy it now. Well, he said, wait, what? They said, no, yeah, come on, no, come on. But, well, no, hold on. So I like this little flip you did where you pretend you bought it to fight the woke mind virus. When ultimately, brother, you were forced to buy this. You bought it, and then you realized, well, of course, once I got it now, yeah, I could probably use this for some bullshit. Yeah, absolutely. So that's the part that kills me, where it's just like you revising history is the funniest shit in the world, and that's all these niggas do. That's their job. It's just run or counter PR.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, mind you, I saw what's that Indian nigga who's running for Republican the Republican nomination? Vivek.
I don't know his name either.
I think it's Vivek. Vivek, whatever. I don't know the fuck that nigga last name. It's some wild shit. But literally, somebody else was talking about how he talks about all this affirmative action. I don't rock with none of that. I don't rock with identity politics.
I didn't know what you were gonna say, but he probably got affirmative action at some point.
But he took a $50,000 scholarship for Indian immigrants from the Soros Foundation, of all people.
See, this is what we already talked about this like an hour ago. But this is what fucking makes me so angry about these people. They just literally just
say whatever
they want. They just say whatever. They just say whatever the fuck. It's just niggas that literally benefited from the shit that they're trying to get rid of. Like it makes me so angry that I feel like I'm gonna one of these pods. I'm literally you're just gonna hear me stop talking. You're gonna hear a pop, and it's because the aneurysm in my brain that's been growing is just gonna fucking blow through my mic because these niggas make me so fucking angry. It's just, you just stop. Just the lie. I can't stand liars. Like it makes me so angry. It makes me unbelievably unhinged.
Yeah, so literally, hold on, I will send you the pictures of remember when I said that woman said there was an application for if she wanted to fuck that guy, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the things that are on the application. You can look through these yourself. But I was like, do you know how ballsy and insane it is, by the way, to see 5,000 quote retweets basically telling you that your nigga you're dating is a loser, and for you to be like, hey, do you guys want to fuck him? He may or may not be into CNC porn, and he may or may not be into amputations.
The fuck? When consuming porn in which women are fictionally
Don't read too much of this. Don't read too much of this.
I'm not reading it. I'm gonna read this in silence because what the fuck?
The first two options are insane.
What the?
And then the worst part was all of this came after she. Yeah, this is the same thing from that woman from before.
Yeah.
But mind you, she did all of this right, and then after that whole he called her not pretty, da da da. He then adds that he's had exes that he thought were pretty. So it's like, can you imagine the nigga you were choosing to lay with is basically just like, yo, you're not that bitch. It's not you. Like, you're not that one. Like, I can assure you. Like, it's not that I think you're ugly. I just don't think you're that bitch. You couldn't be, actually. Hope that helps. Yeah, no, this whole thing was insane. Like,
I mean, if I was her,
she got ratioed on every post in this entire thread.
Yeah, that's what I said. He wouldn't still be alive.
That original post with the like sorry notes, that had 7,000 likes and 6,700 reposts. Like, pretty close to getting ratioed. Then that long one where he wrote that long ass message, that was actually that was 640 to 435. He got ratioed firmly on that one. Now, what I will say though is at the end of all of this, she posted her OnlyFans. And remember, we talked about the hate marketing. So
this shit's probably booming right now.
So hey, listen, though, that shit probably that pack in the mail is gone. That shit is going crazy. Them numbers is probably, that shit is probably double, triple, quadrupling. That shit doing Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl numbers. So I mean, but still, it's just like, dog, like this is not a good look. But I think for her, she sees it as worth it. And again, she's also one of those, I'm gonna be vulnerable, I'm gonna talk about them. And of course, once you see the interactions, I mean, you're not gonna let it go. I wouldn't. Well, no, I would. So I guess that's where I'm lying.
I mean, what is her following on Twitter?
180,000. No
verified?
bullshit. Yeah, she's verified. 180,000. She's verified.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, when I saw her the other day, about 2 or 3 days ago, she had 150. Maybe. So I might remember that wrong, but she's up.
Even
she's
if
up
you
over this.
did remember it wrong, she's getting bread.
Because think about it. Think about it. At the least, right? You got a whole bunch of, if you get a whole bunch of influx of white guys who are just like, oh no, hold on, she look, she look all right. Because white men standards is just like, if you're slim, I don't even care about anything else.
Yeah, you got a white face, bitch.
Yeah, be white and be slim, like, and that is 80% of the battle with white men. But so it's like you're getting them numbers, you're getting look, man, it's packing the mail is gone. But yeah, this is just an ugly scenario. And I'm not sure. Like, she's had some polls that had some interesting questions on them. I will say that. And I thought I followed her for a second, but this was before that shit with that dude. And then she posted the shit with the dude, and I was like, I gotta unfollow you. They kicking you back in. I don't want to be here. But yeah, like some of her polls was just like, there was one, I forgot what was it. It was like it wasn't that weird, but it was like basically saying like if you had a remote to where you can control other people's sexual attraction, would you want to use it? And for me, I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I want to turn that shit off. In fact, like, you ever had somebody who you don't want fucking with you, bro? I want the ability to turn that off. I want the ability for, like, if it's somebody who I think is butt ugly, and hey, where's my remote? Oh my god,
that's a good question for you. But why would anybody be asking a nigga that works on OF that question?
Well, no, she was asking that. She was polling.
Oh, wait. I thought somebody asked her that question.
Yeah, no. Again, she was asking people a whole bunch of questions.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, that's actually a good question.
Yeah, no, there was a whole bunch
of niggas trying to fuck you. Shit. If you could not fuck anybody in the world, who would it be?
Nah, if you
Like,
could not.
like I know you followed me for OnlyFans, but like I'm never gonna fuck you. So like, if there was anything in the world could not make you horny, what would it be?
Yeah, nah, I hear you. I hear you, big fella. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff. Like, how often do you have nightmares? Like she will collect data on anything. She doesn't care. Does not care. Like, it's just like, you wish your parents had been more strict, less strict, no change slash the same. Like anything. She's got shit about BMIs. She's got shit about yeah, literally, it's all impressions though. Keep that in mind. She's getting 16,000 votes on many of these. 16,000 votes, 9,000 votes, 3,000 votes, 16,000 votes. This one was about her thirst traps.
I think
Let's see.
the data. I think the data collection of this is the craziest part to me.
Yeah, because
Like,
like I mean, granted, because niggas are like, well, it's a white woman I found kind of cute and kind of snarky and whatever, so I'm cool with giving her data. And granted, I mean, I personally, I don't really give that much of a fuck in the sense of like, it's just not just data, but it's like some of these things have nothing to do with you, right? Like it's just like, should a mother be legally allowed to abort a fetus? Yeah, and like, or oh fuck, I said the word, but like it'd be shit like that. Like, uh, let's see, like, does easy access to video of sexual acts reduce men's motivations to go out and get those acts in real life? Like, it's just random shit. Like, she just does all that. What's your gender? Predict the room temperature, superconductor. What else? What else? Have you caught COVID? Like, it just anything, literally anything. Like, what's your gender? And then, would you want to be witnessed by other people during the moment of your death? Like, a whole bunch of random shit. But some of them were really funny. Like, there was I forgot, there was a couple that I don't even remember what the exact question was, but it was like, that one with the remote had me like, I was like, yeah, because I was like, because even the first one, it was like a remote where you can control your own, and I was like, yeah, I'd be interested because I would want to see what that's
yeah,
like.
for sure.
I'll
Yeah,
fuck around with it a little bit. I'll probably put it up after a little while, but
I turn that shit off, man. Sometimes I don't want to be like that.
mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Not
anyway.
until
But yeah, so anyway, that was the whole thing. But and mind you, she's just a bit of a weirdo. Uh, oh, hold on, I'll send you the last video, and then y'all watch this
well,
video, and then we could
I feel
just
like
get up
they're
out of here.
probably both weirdos because
No,
the
clearly, ain't no problem.
meticulous. Well, I mean, yeah, but no, but like I feel like leaning towards autism because the meticulousness of list. Who just be taking lists like this? If you're not a
Shit,
criminal,
bro. Hey,
why
man,
are you taking just lists like this? Why are
bro,
you
she
just
just,
writing shit down about niggas?
bro, she track shit, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. She do something with this fucking data somewhere. She just be tracking new survey, hey, new results, hey, like, yeah, she really, yeah, she just be yapping for real, like. And the worst part was, I seen one picture of her in the woods or some shit, and she was looking around. And I was like, I could tell she stink.
Wait, am I missing something? I watched this video. Like he said, she just yapping.
Literally, there ain't nothing going on in that video.
Are niggas paying for this?
No, not that part. That's just
No,
how it goes.
obviously I know this is on TikTok, but niggas are paying for facially structured videos around this.
I mean, hey, look, I just subscribed to her free joint. Hold on, let me see what's on it. Right? Hold
This
on,
is
where'd
a
it go?
Negro. No, she took it back.
Ain't no way she has a free one. Ain't, she can't take it back. Oh, you can't do that. All right, let's see what's on the free joint. Let's see what's on the free joint. Oh wow, this is peculiar.
It's some sick shit, right? It's basically nothing, right? I would imagine.
Oh no, it's not basically nothing. She
Oh, she flipping
is
it over.
she's there's things on here.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a shame she's a little
Yeah.
bit of a nutter, but hey, I mean, she got a nice body. I'll give her that. I will give her that. That's all I will give her. Because why are your feet in the frame of that camera like that?
Hey, some niggas like feet, yo. It
I
might seem like a crazy flick to you, but I guarantee you, the feet niggas, they gonna subscribe to the real one for that. They gonna pay for that one.
Yeah, I didn't even realize like this is the free joint. So I know that real one probably. She probably on that bitch going insane.
Yeah.
Because this. Listen, you know, most people have a free and they free be bullshit. Like it's a solid amount of
Yeah.
content for a free. Anywho, I say all that to say that nigga is insane for saying that stupid shit that he said. And she's wild for like just thinking that's some ordinary shit that a nigga can say to you. like
Both of them
so
niggas was yapping.
yeah, like a motherfucker. But that's
Before
it, man.
we end, I just want to say that like gat and like
Oh god.
blood,
Oh.
yap is going to be the next phrase that is overused by white niggas online. By niggas under the age of 20. Just wait on it. The way niggas are saying yap right now, it's gonna be like you niggas saying gat. It just wait on it. You're gonna be annoyed. And like not even a month. You're gonna be annoyed in 2 weeks, bro. I guarantee you. The amount of niggas I see him saying yap, gat and blood overplayed. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
man.
gonna say.
Listen, I don't pay no mind to that shit.
It's because you know me on TikTok.
I be on
Which
TikTok, dog. I promise you.
well
I look
our
at your TikToks over a span of like a week. Like I will wait like 7 days for them to build up, then I will look at all of them, and then
oh
keep
that's
moving.
nigga, that is an obscene way to look. Ew, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Listen,
Probably half of them TikToks aren't
listen.
even. Nigga, if I look at the TikTok that's not a day old, that shit got removed.
Yeah,
Half of your
because you
TikToks.
post nothing but fucking schizo posts, nigga. Like it's all
No,
shit
no,
that
no.
we're
I'm
never
not
supposed to see. The TikTok that niggas are not supposed to see with human eyes. That's
I'm
why
not
they
even
get
talking
removed.
about me. I'm not talking about me sending you shit, but niggas sending me shit. They'll send me something and I'll look at it a day late and it'll say it's removed. TikTok
I don't
just
get
be
that too
removing
often.
shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, my girl be sending me mad shit. Like, hers the same shit. I don't go on the app every day. Like, but usually when I go on, I'm on the app for like maybe an hour, a good amount of time. But like, I don't go
Yeah.
on every day.
I be on every day. That's why my page is cultivated to these schizophrenic niggas, which I love. And this is what I want. I don't want Taylor Swift niggas singing shit or I want either anime, comics, uh niggas freaking the fuck out, fight videos, manga.
This video you sent me is nutty as fuck. But that be the
See,
shit. That shit do be making me
yeah,
laugh. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know why it's funny, but that
that's
shit
my
be funny.
page. See, that's my page. Put it in general so everybody else can see it. But that's what
Oh,
I
I'm
be
looking on
sending.
my phone. I don't know how to do that.
No, just go to this. Just copy the video I sent you and put it on Discord. See, that's my page. That's what I be seeing. That's why I like that. Shit was.
Did I see your goat win his battle? I have no clue what this is referring to.
Wait, what? Goat winning a value.
Oh, yeah, that's for you, Moist. All right, well, look. All right, we can
Yeah,
get the
let's
fuck
get
up
out
out of
of here
here.
because we
Yeah,
don't
we can
know
get the
what
fuck
the
out of
fuck
here
is
first.
going on.
No, you talking about
You saw the
jujutsu.
goat? Oh, you saw my glorious succulent, my juicy king Gojo
Yeah, okay,
beat
yeah, guys.
Sakuda.
Quote
Oh
praise and chant
yeah, we
to
saw it. Yeah.
episode
Okay.
109. It's been a pleasure, man.
Ah,
Thanks for
all
hanging with
right.
us, man. We up out of here. Peace.
Got it. Yeah.